time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes. Every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes. Every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. This is your match preview for the Wolves FA Cup replay, guys. Big up to every single one of you. I'll be joined by some guests very shortly as we chop up the FA Cup replay and what players we're going to play. We're going to pick the players, we're going to pick the team, formations, tactics, the same old guys. We're going to pick our team we think should play, and we're going to pick the team Jurgen Klopp will probably play as well. So big up and bless up to everyone in the house right now. I do appreciate you all in here straight away. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I'd appreciate that. Let's get them likes straight up, straight away. There's already 24 people in the house, so has to be on 24 likes right from the off. So hit that fun button, guys. Helps out the channel massively. And subscribe if you're new, guys. Subscribe if you are new. I'd appreciate it. I really would. We've got lots to talk about. Obviously, I had my video this afternoon. Big up to everyone who joined me this afternoon. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much as always. Great video, great stuff we put out this afternoon, talking about everything about this takeover apparently happening, the deal from Qatar. You know, a lot of things going on. A lot of people don't want to believe it. You know, a lot of people don't want to believe it. It's mad. The fact is that there's too much smoke at the moment. So, yeah, all the news coming out of Qatar and that part of the world at the moment, and there's something in it. There's got to be something in it. Sam Wallace talking about in the Telegraph newspaper over here, talking about there's meetings apparently being had, and I don't know. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot. Big up Jamrock, Jamie Football Chat. Jamie's probably one of the most hardworking Liverpool content creators. Stay consistent, Jamie. Big up to you, Jamrock. Yeah, man, I keep going. Yeah, that's my goal one day. 100k subs, man. 100k subs. One day. I'm going to keep going, man. I ain't stopping. I love what I do. I want to be, my goal is to be the biggest independent Liverpool channel in the world, man. That's my goal. And I will not stop. I will keep going and going and going and going and achieve until I achieve my goal, man. That is what I want to do. Exciting times, exactly. Things are going to change in the future, guys. Don't worry about that. Big up, Jen. Big up there. How you doing, my man? How you doing? How you doing? Well, hopefully we're getting more people in here soon. They should all be here quite soon. So, yeah, everyone's got the links. So if you're all watching, you got the links, guys. Yeah, give me 1 million, Jay. Yeah, man, I just want to be the best I can be, you know. Joe Fitzpatrick, a word of advice to Liverpool fans: just wait until something happens, so you don't self disappointment. That is the truth, man. So again, if anyone who didn't hear what I said this afternoon while we're waiting on the guys to turn up, if no one heard what I said this afternoon, I basically said. So I got a phone call, a video call, should I say? So I got an email last night from someone from Fox Sport, yeah, and they watched the channel the other day and found it hilarious. You know, the video where I Klopp out on the uh, thumbnail. That video, yeah, they found it hilarious. They said there's parts of that they found hilarious. They thought it was brilliant, and as a content creator, they want me to do an interview for them in the coming weeks, which is a big step in what I want to do. Yeah, a big step in the right direction. And we got talking, and they told me, "Have you heard about this news coming out of Qatar about possible ownership for Liverpool Football Club?" And I said I didn't. Because I last night I weren't looking at Twitter or anything last night. It's only after I had this conversation and I looked at Twitter and saw what everyone was talking about. And yeah, he told me what he's heard is that Qatar are putting a possible bid in for Liverpool Football Club. You know, the bid is three billion, but John W. Henry wants 4 billion for Liverpool Football Club. So there's a snagging point at the moment. Obviously, the geezer that's put in the deal, we all know it is. He owns PSG right now, but it wouldn't be him directly buying Liverpool Football Club. It would be his company. His company owning there's a company he owns that wants to buy the football club, right? So it's basically a loophole. It's like a loophole where he can own two football clubs at the same time, basically. But apparently, the rumours are coming out of France that he's getting a bit annoyed at the ownership at PSG now. He wants a fresh start somewhere else. He wants to move on from France, and Liverpool, the ones he's looking at. Apparently, he's a keen Liverpool fan as well, I've been told. I've been told he's a keen Liverpool fan. And this might answer why this photo is doing the rounds right now. So this photo is doing the rounds right now, yeah? So as you can see, there's one Mo Salah there with the PSG owner, and I don't know who the other guys are, sitting around the table. I don't know who this is who took the photo, who had a croissant and an orange juice. So this is obviously a breakfast meeting, yeah? So apparently Salah put this up 5 days ago. He did this selfie with that top on he's wearing there about 5 days ago. And it was obviously where he was going to meet for this photo. Now, it looks like they're in France because I think that is a Paris metro sign there outside the window. But I could be wrong. But yeah, that meeting took place. Now, it could be because apparent rumours is I can't pronounce the owner of Paris Saint-Germain, so excuse me, I'm not going to say his name. But the PSG owner is apparently quite a keen Liverpool supporter, quite a keen fan of Liverpool. So it could be just that he got a meeting with Mo Salah, one of his favourite players that plays for a club he likes. Could be nothing in it. Could be nothing in it whatsoever, like zero in it. It's just a breakfast they're having. There could be nothing in it. But yeah, there's that picture is doing the rounds right now, guys. That picture is doing the rounds right there. Hold them, let them cook. Everyone's become a Liverpool fan. Well, Batman, what you got to remember is though, Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs, if not top 5 biggest clubs in world football. So a lot of people probably would be Liverpool fans, to be fair. A lot of people would probably be Liverpool fans, to be fair. You know, I'm not saying he's a supporter like that, like I am. You know, he's not a supporter. He hasn't got Liverpool shirts and follows Liverpool wherever he goes. He's probably just he likes them. That's the rumours coming out anyway. So he might have just met Mo Salah, who he admires, and for a team that he admires, and he just had a morning breakfast with them. You know, Liverpool to France ain't exactly hard to do. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, I hear it. Well, I know the only players I know that support Liverpool. I know, Ivan Toney's a Liverpool fan. Uh, So Jude Bellingham's a Birmingham fan, but I think his dad is a Liverpool fan. If I'm not, I might be mistaken there, but I think his dad is a Liverpool fan. But Jude Bellingham's is a Birmingham City fan. Um, yeah. Look, I know the one you're on about, the centre back from Croatia. Is it Gavadol? So I'm not making. I mean, Gavadol has come out and said that he's a huge Liverpool fan. He grew up watching Liverpool when he was a kid with his dad, who's apparently a big Liverpool fan. So, I mean, that's from his own mouth, man. That's from his own mouth. So that's the thing. Liverpool are a huge club, man. Liverpool are a huge club. Yeah, exactly. Liverpool are a huge, huge club. You go have a lot of fans from around the world that support Liverpool. It's just the way it is, you know. That is everyone. Well, I don't think we're linked to Garandal. Sorry, I got something right on tooth. Really annoying me. Um, yeah, yeah. Tony is a Liverpool fan though. You only have to ask Ty and Tony himself. That's the problem. Yeah, and Mbappe's mum is actually a Liverpool fan, and that's no lie. And Mbappe's mum is actually a Liverpool fan. What was the game? Did you see the photo of her a few weeks back? I think she was at the World Cup in her Liverpool shirt. Yeah, it's at the World Cup. Did anyone see that photo of her at the World Cup and she's wearing her Liverpool shirt? Yeah, she's a Liverpool fan. She's a Liverpool. It's mad. It's mad. Yeah, exactly, Chamrock. We're not actually linked with him to buy. We're just linked to him because he said he's a Liverpool fan. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Big up Mrs. Mbappe. Exactly, man. um, I wish he was, man. I wish he was. Jamie, does Salah want to move? No, no. I know that's why a lot of people are saying, well, this pitch has come out because he's trying to get a move to PSG. That was the case, he wouldn't have signed a new deal. You know, it's only a few months later, man. It's only a few months later. Now, I don't know if Kevin De Bruyne is a Liverpool fan. I just know that Kevin De Bruyne's hero was Michael Owen while he was at Liverpool. So, I mean, that's all I know. I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan, but his hero was Michael Owen while he was at Liverpool, wasn't it? That's who he looked up to. He is a Liverpool fan. There you go. So there you go. Yeah, the Martin Odegaard one wouldn't surprise me. Being Scandinavian, a lot of Scandinavians support Liverpool. Yeah, around Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, them countries. There's a lot of Liverpool and Man United fans there. I think they're the most supported teams in that region of the world. Is Liverpool and Man United for a Scandinavian side? So it wouldn't shock me about that. Salah exchange with Mbappe, I'll be more than happy. Oh man. He said in an interview that it was when he was younger, he wanted to play for Liverpool. He certainly did. Facts. I agree. Salah would potentially want to play for these new owners. A new contract puts them rumours to bed, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I'm not even worried about that. Aguero's a Liverpool fan. There we go. We're just going to mention names. Does anyone care about this game? Yeah. I mean, I care, man. Confirm my family was Liverpool supporters, so I was also Liverpool. I was small, quicker striker when I was really young. Scroll to continue. Jay, can Liverpool we stop playing like a Sunday league team? That's what we got to work out. Big up Andy. Once the new owners come, they'll give a bit. We'll give it a bit more to see what state the team is in or left in. And the changes will prompt and swift. The big rebuild will begin almost immediately, but mostly in the summer. Jamie, please show me the money. Money. Wayne Rooney was a Liverpool fan, Roy. Messi was a fan in another universe. You know it. Big up to Andy as well. You know it, man. You know it. I don't know where everyone is. I'm meant to be waiting on Cav, G, and Ensman and Savage. So hopefully they all turn up soon. I think they might be on Rod's show. I think Rod's is on right now. I think Rod's might be on, so they might be on there. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Rod's on? No, Rod's ain't live. I thought Rod's was live. Oh, he's been live. Let me have a look at Rod's video a minute. Big up Rods. Rods, if you're watching as well, man, I sent you the link as well, big man. So you're more than welcome. Do something, Norbert. Experiment. You know who's not a Liverpool fan? Pep Linders. Yeah, Rods has got his own show and channel. He was on earlier. I think I just looked. He's just finished. Yeah, big up Rods, man. Big up Rods. Jamie, one can smell the incense now. Bring the Arabs ASAP. The incense, you know. I'm going to light some incense sticks soon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to light some incense sticks and just have them round the computer. Yeah. Oh, man. Is Arteta better than Klopp? This season he is, yeah. This season he is. Not career-wise, no. I mean, look, Arteta's a good young coach. Arteta might be the best, might come and turn to one of the best coaches of his generation in the years to come. Right now he's having a better season, but in his career, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. But what I will say, yeah, Marshall, what I will say is that look at the three elite coaches in this country, yeah? Pep, Conte, and Klopp. They're all failing this season. Yeah? Look at the two young coaches that are in this Premier League right now succeeding. Arteta, Eddie Howe, you know, Ten Hag. They're all succeeding. But the three elite coaches, Pep, Klopp, and Conte, are all having shit seasons. All having bad seasons. So, yeah, it's a madness. It's a weird one. Where did I see Marshall? Oh, big up Marshall. Yes, my man. Woo! Big up Jay. I'm really happy today. I'll be a father soon. Big up, my man. Big up to you, everyone. Congratulations in the chat. Everyone get them congratulations to Marshall, man. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Nothing better in the world, man. Nothing better than being a dad, man. Yeah, nothing better than being dad. Nothing. Being a dad is the best thing. Trust me, I'm a dad to three. You know, it's the best thing in the world. I wouldn't change it from. Yeah, sometimes you want to kill them. Don't get me wrong, but my God, you love your kids, man. There's nothing better. You know, the first time when your child calls you dad for the first time, man, it's something you never forget, man. It's something you never forget. So big up to you. I don't know if it's your first, but if it is, treasure it, my man. Big up Jersey boy in the house. I'm just reading your DM now, man. Yeah. Jersey boy, I just read your DM, man. Well, I'll get back to you as soon as I finish that, yeah? But I have just read it. I'm just overlooking it now. But big up to you. Yeah, big up to Marshall, man. There's nothing better, man. There's nothing better. Let's not pretend Pep's failure this year is the same as Klopp's. We've definitely underachieved, but yeah. No, you underachieved as well, man. It's shit. Look, this is where I'm going to come at City, yeah? This is big up Marshall. Treasure it, mate. It's the greatest thing ever. Right, this is where I'm going to come at Man City, right? Man City are a wonderful football team with a wonderful manager in Pep Guardiola. There is no doubt about it. But I said it at the beginning of the season. Selling Gabriel Jesus, Sterling, and Zinchenko to Arsenal and Chelsea was madness. Absolute madness. They were never replaced. And then you bought Haaland, the number one striker in world football, the golden boy. the man of his next generation, and you're 8 points behind Arsenal. So it's mad. It's madness. And Liverpool come in for a lot of slack all the time. We get shit all the time by the media, and rightly so. Liverpool are dog shit right now. Absolute dog shit. No doubt about it. But I think Man City are getting away with it. I've got to say, I think Man City are getting away with it, man. I think Pep's getting away with criticism. I think Pep's getting away with massive criticism. I can't believe Pep's not getting criticised more. He's 8 points behind Arsenal, defending Premier League champions, and they sold Gabriel Jesus, Sterling and Zinchenko and never replaced them. It's a madness to me. But Liverpool is shit at the same time. Liverpool are dog shit. We got nothing in the fight, man. We got nothing in the fight. City is still better than us this season. But the fact that they're defending champions and 8 points behind Arsenal is a madness. Now, do I think Man City can still win the Premier League? Yes, because they're Man City, and Pep Guardiola is a tremendous coach, the best of his generation. There's no doubt about that. So they can still beat Arsenal for the Premier League, but they've got to play Arsenal twice still. This is the test now. Arsenal got Man United on the weekend. If Arsenal beat Man United, Man City, for me, have to beat Arsenal in both games. Man City have to beat Arsenal in both games. And that is a heck of a task. That is a heck of a task right now. But if anyone is capable of it, Pac-Man, it's your team. There is no doubt about it. If anyone's capable of doing it, it is your team. But I just feel like sometimes not being a City fan, sometimes I look at it and think, well, if Liverpool bought Haaland, right? If Liverpool bought Haaland this season and Jack Grealish for 100 million the season before, and we were defending champions, and we're 8 points behind Arsenal, we get slagged off left, right, and centre. You know, we do. Liverpool bottled the league to Man City that year when Liverpool were what, 10 points in front of Man City? I know City had 2 games in hand, but Liverpool were 10 points in front of the City, weren't they? And we lost the league by 1 point. You know, I remember the Vinny Company goal, you know, that beat Leicester 1-0. We should have won the league that year. I, as a Liverpool fan, will say Liverpool should have won that league that year. We should have had 2 Premier Leagues, but we bottled it. So is there any team that can catch Arsenal in this Premier League right now? It's got to be Man City. But I think Man City have got away with a lot of stuff this year. Considering they're getting no criticism right now, Man City, I think it's madness. Considering the 8 points behind in the league, and they got the best striker on earth. I just think it's mad. Big up, Cav.
Hey, mate. All right.
Yeah, mate. I'm good.
Good. Yeah, doing good. Hello to everyone in the chat. Good to be back.
Yeah, Marshall's got to be a dad for the first time. He just got the news.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Congrats.
Where is he? Yeah, exactly. Marshall. He just let us know he's got to be a dad for the first time.
Oh, great news. Congratulations to you, mate.
Big up, Marshall. He's the greatest thing you can ever do, my friend. The greatest thing you can ever do. Yeah, I'll just wrap it on really to everyone joined in. But yeah, we're just talking about so I know Liverpool shit. That Liverpool got no fight in this race. Liverpool absolute garbage, yeah. But I was just thinking to myself just then that and Klopp's crap this year. So anyone who got like Klopp is shit this year. I can sit here as a Liverpool fan and tell you Klopp's not doing his job. He's been shit this year. But I'm sitting there thinking yesterday and today, I've been sitting there thinking, City are defending champions, man. And they went and got Haaland, the number 1 striker in world football. And they're 8 points behind Arsenal, what we finished 5th, 8th, and 8th the years before. Is Pep Guardiola getting away with criticism a little bit?
It's tough because I'm just looking at the table now. They've won 12 games, drawn 3, lost 3. It's not the worst, points tally at this stage. It just looks bad because Arsenal have, won 15, drawn 2, lost 1. I mean, that's a great run. That is, that at this stage of the season, at almost the halfway point, one more game to go. I think it looks bad because they're not top. You just kind of expect them to be top. You kind of expect them to win every game. I think
It's still a great team. Don't get me wrong. City is still a great team. They're second in the Premier League. We got no feet in the right. Well, what I'm saying is, from a Liverpool point of view, is if this was Liverpool right now in second place, 8 points behind Arsenal after buying Haaland and Jack Grealish 100 million before, and selling Sterling to your rivals, Jesus to your rivals, and Zinchenko to your rivals, and you made one of them rivals, and now that you sold the 2 players to 8 points in front of you in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? I think he's got away with it a little bit. But if any team can beat Arsenal still in the Premier League, it is Man City. So I will give them that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how the Man City fans feel about their season so far. But what I've seen is that they're not upset. From the few Man City sort of fans I've heard, don't speak to because I don't know any Man City fans. I'll be honest.
I only know Pat-Man and that.
Yeah. But they seem pretty content. I think they do usually pick up second half of the season. Not slow starters, but towards the second half of the season, January onwards, they do tend to go on a bit of a run and just turn out wins. With like the midweek games as well, you can quite easily just rack points up this season, and the whole league can kind of change in like 2 weeks. So they are capable of sort of clawing that points total back. But I think
you are right, Pat-Man. You are right, no doubt.
But that Haaland's incredible, but I think they played better football without him. I think when they was rotating De Bruyne and Foden as sort of like a false 9, they just flooded the midfield, and all of their players just were looking to receive the ball, play 1-2s, made third man runs, all of this and that, right? They were so intricate and brilliant, let's be honest. And they created loads. Whereas now, I watched that United game, and quite often I seen like De Bruyne would pick up the ball and he would drive through midfield, and he was always looking for Haaland, always. Whereas if Haaland's not there, he maybe looks to go out to like Mahrez, maybe looks to go out to, Bernardo Silva if he's playing out on the right wing. He looks to go out to Foden or Grealish or whatever. And they kind of get to the edge of the box and then they retain possession, work it around, create them triangles. How many times have we seen them that slide rule pass to the byline and then they just pull it back and someone taps it in? It almost felt like every week they were scoring the same goal. Whereas now they don't really get into them positions as much because they hit Haaland a lot earlier. So I think although he is incredible, I think they might be slightly better without him. But that being said, right, I think it's still early days. I think Haaland will grow into that team more and more. And I think when it comes to the Champions League knockout competition, they probably did need somebody like Haaland just to get them over the line. So at this point in time, I think they were probably better without him and probably have a midfielder doing that false 9 thing. But I won't put past him to come good and be better in the long run.
I got this thing about Haaland. I don't think he's as good as people make him out to be. Tremendous goal scorer. Goal scorer. As a footballer, he's pretty basic.
That United game wasn't good. No.
You can mark. I've seen it quite a lot this season. You can mark Haaland out of a game.
Well, we've seen it when they've played us, haven't we? He's not turned up when he's played Liverpool.
No, you can literally mark Haaland out of a game. Now, I think he's a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. A tremendous goal scorer. I just need to see a bit more when he's not scoring goals. And I think some of the City fans will even probably slightly admit that. You can't have a world-class striker in your team that only has 8 touches a match. You just can't. I'm sorry. I don't think you can have 8. You can have a striker that scores so many. Yeah, he scores 27 goals. He can score 50 goals. I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's a great goal scorer, and I'm not saying that. The man is a phenomenon in front of goal. But if he doesn't get the ball in front of goal, what does he really do in a game?
Yeah,
he's ineffective. I've seen other people start to talk about this as well about Haaland. Some people are bringing it up as well that You know, if he doesn't score in a game, what does Haaland actually do? You know, he's very basic on the ball. You know, he hasn't got, you know, but he's a phenomenal goal scorer. He's doing his job, so I can't argue with it. The man's doing his job. He's got 27 goals. You know, he's got 27 goals. But when I look at other strikers, I think Harry Kane is a far better player than Haaland. Harry Kane, for me, is a far better footballer than Haaland is. And I believe if Kane's played for Man City right now, Harry Kane would probably have the same amount of goals as Haaland would. Look at the goals. Look at the games Harry Kane's got for a dead Tottenham team. For a dead Tottenham team this season. And I think Harry Kane would probably have the same amount of goals as Haaland. But Harry Kane's ability on the ball is far better than Haaland's is. But I think Haaland's still phenomenal in front of goal. An absolute phenomenon in front of goal. And I can't take that away from him. Yeah. But I just look at Haaland and think there's got to be a lot. There's got to be something. There's got to be a little bit more to his game.
Yeah, and even
the ball in the back of the net.
Even if it's just like hold up play, you know, like I watched that United game and he was just waiting for chances to sort of tap it in. Whereas I think like after so long, when you realise you're not getting too many chances, you do have to kind of drop deep a little bit, try and get the ball, even just to get a touch, you know, link up the play, maybe just run into a channel and offer yourself, you know, in the sense of you'll just work hard and run into areas where you might not score, but at least you'll have the ball and you'll get your team up the pitch. And you just have to offer yourself a bit more. But he seems unwilling to kind of do that at this moment in time. And the thing is, he has got it. He has got that ability in him. Like, he's so strong. I think if I know Man City don't play this way because they like to build up, but if they just hit a ball into like his chest, ain't no one, you know, pushing him over or shrugging him off the ball. So he can hold it up and bring people into play. Not expecting him to do the Kane thing where he drops deep and starts spraying, you know, crosses from like wide angles and things like that. But I'm just saying he could just be in the game more. But maybe Man City, it might just be the short term this, because Man City have got players that are leaving this at the end of this season in Bernardo Silva and Gundogan and stuff. They might look to go a different kind of way, whereby they get out and out sort of wingers and people more to sort of supply Haaland and change their kind of build up play and their approach. I don't know, but I think when you lose players like Bernardo Silva and stuff and Gundogan, who's pretty underrated, you do have to kind of reassess how you're going to play, because they're such important players for them.
Yeah. I mean, look, City ain't playing to his strengths, as the commentator noted on the weekend. He's making countless runs in behind, but they're not looking for that pass.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure a player is getting the amount of goals he's getting inside the box. City ain't playing to his strengths. City have changed the way they play to accommodate Haaland. That's why, as Cav said, City don't look as good this season as they did last season as a team, because they have changed the way they play to accommodate them. I've never seen team. When was the last time you saw a team like Man United score 2 goals in 5 minutes against a City team when they're winning 1-0? When City usually take the lead, I always sit there and went, well, that's game over.
Yeah.
I used to, last season when City took the lead, I'll be like, well, that's game over.
Yeah, you just switch off. Yeah,
there's no better front runners in football usually than Pep Guardiola's Man City side. And when they conceded 2 in 5 minutes against United or whatever it was, very quick, I was like, Jesus, what has happened to this City team there?
How much is that though down to? Well, one of the goals in my opinion, shouldn't have stood, but also they do have Laporte and Diaz out, don't they? And like, think what you want about Diaz and Laporte. To be fair,
keep going, Kev.
They have their critics, but they are better than Ake and Akanji. Like, let's be honest. Like, Patman, you're in the chat. You let me know what your opinion is, but I think if Liverpool fans are sitting here going, we've lost Virgil and that affects our defense, you've kind of got to hold the same conversation for Man City. And, you know, it's a bit of an easy kind of excuse to have, I know, but I do think as good as Ake and Akanji have been, I think they're good like deputies to the main guys. I do think Diaz and Laporte is a level above. Might be an area they need to strengthen in the summer. Let me know, guys, how Man City are going to go about next summer and next season. I think they might need to change their approach slightly. They might need to get in a more commanding centre back. They might need to get out and out wingers to sort of facilitate Haaland. But Pep himself said earlier in the week that they've got to work to try and get Haaland in the game more. I think they're torn. I think they're torn with being this team that controlled the ball so much, sort of slow build up, get to the edge of the 18-yard box, make intelligent passes, intelligent runs, and carve the opposition open, regardless of how deep they are. Whereas now you see that Haaland fella kind of running. So, when they get the ball back, you see Haaland running. We've seen it with like Liverpool and Molineux, and it's almost too tempting to kind of hit that ball. And quite often Kevin De Bruyne were like, look for it, look for it, look for it. And then I feel like the United game, they kind of did a reverse. They didn't want to hit it too early because they realised that they were doing it. So then they were building up slowly. And I don't think they've quite got it right yet, picking their moments, when to play it long to him, when to play him in behind, and then also when to build up. I think it will come though, because you can't put it against Pep to sort of figure these things out. So yeah, I think you've got a point in that. Like Kane might have seemed like a better option out of the two, because we've seen how he sort of drops in and links for Spurs. But
he wouldn't have to do that at City, though, would he? He could just be another.
Well, I don't know.
Conte has said he wants Kane to do it for Tottenham because they haven't got the creativity in midfield. So, like Pep won't have Kane dropping deep with the midfield City have got. I just feel. Look, I'm not slagging Haaland off. I think he's a phenomenal footballer who's a tremendous, world-class goal scorer. I just feel there's some holes to his game. That's all it is. I just feel there's holes to his game. Look, I might be one of the only people who have got the bottle to actually say it, A lot of people are just like, they like to go, no, that player's world class and there's nothing else to say. And maybe I'm just one of them guys who've got the guts to say things and maybe look stupid on camera. And everyone goes, no, Jamie, you're full of shit. What are you on about? And then in a few months' time, they all go, do you know what Jamie said a few months ago? He might actually be right. Maybe I'm just one of them geezers who's got the guts to say it. But there you go.
Yeah, it's all about opinions, isn't it? I think Man City will improve as the season goes on. I feel like they'll probably get them defenders back. I feel like they'll start to get more control in the game. And then all they really need is just a guy to finish off the chances, which Haaland can do. So I think Man City as a team have got room to improve. Even if Haaland doesn't, fit in any more than he already does, might not matter, to be honest with you, as long as he's tucking the chances away. Like I say, when it comes to cup competitions, I know they reached the final. Did they reach the final last year? No, it was the year before, wasn't it? They lost to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Cup competition, Champions League's different. That might be where he kind of comes alive, playing these.
That's what they bought him for.
So I think assess it at the end of the season. But it's an interesting point. It is interesting because everyone says he's the best in the world, and he's not the best at everything. He's probably the best finisher in the world, but best sort of overall player. Still some question marks in there.
I'd have Mbappe over him every day of the week. I don't care. Mbappe's still got scoring me 30 goals a season, but giving me all better round play. So I'd have Mbappe. But the reason I bring this up about Haaland, before we go about Liverpool again, the reason I bring this up about Haaland is because when Mo Salah was a scoring machine, I say when because he's dropped off a bit, but when Salah was a scoring machine, all I ever heard of people is that, he can't dribble, he can't do this, he can't do that. But my response would all be, but he gets 30 goals a season, what's it matter? So when I say about Haaland that he's just a goal-scoring machine and some of his games are a bit out of sync, all you get is shouted at, like, what you want about? He's got 27 goals this season already. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm not saying he ain't a world-class goal scorer, but there's some parts of his game that's a little bit basic. It's just a fact. But quality footballer. But I get it about Salah all the time. So, but I'd have Mbappe over all of them. Fuck it.
Big up, Pens. How you doing, mate?
Hey, man, I'm here, man. Sorry I'm late, bro. Looking after these crazy kids in the house, bro. It's crazy.
Tell me that. I'll move you on that one.
Well, one to be fair, because the other one's at his nan's. But man, great conversation, guys, man. So where we're at with the conversation, because I only just jumped in.
We're just slating Man City and Haaland, so I've
been slating everyone that ain't Liverpool because I'm just fed up. I'm I'm going up and down the league and thinking, who's not so good this year? Can't it just be Liverpool? Hang on. So what I've noticed, the three elite coaches in this league, you would say, Pep, Klopp, and Conte, yeah, are all having at the moment, especially Conte and Klopp, are having awful seasons. Look, finishing second or third for Man City is probably awful, you know, especially for Pep. Pep wants to win everything. But I was looking at it and thinking, right, City are 8 points behind Arsenal. That's not good. You know, why is he not getting criticised more for it, right? And I'm looking at it, and you look, these three elite managers are not having the best of seasons so far. But the two young guns in this league, Arteta and Eddie Howe, are having tremendous seasons. So I'm just wondering if, with Pep, Pep's what he is, yeah, but eventually everyone starts to slow down a little bit. I'm just looking at it and saying, is there a new generation of managers coming in now with your likes of Arteta's and your likes of your Eddie Howe's that we have to take more seriously in the future?
They deserve credit, but I think you need time. You need to do it over a sustained period, because like Arsenal being top and had a great season so far, don't get me wrong, it's 18 games. Like, they've not won anything yet. And then, as we've seen, what it takes out of you to sort of get across the line can impact the following season. So then he needs to show that managerial skill whereby he gets these players back on board, back motivated, and he does recruitment right, freshens up the team in the right way, and goes again the following season. If he can do that, then you can start having the conversation. But as we've seen with Leicester, you can, you know, although very difficult and, you know, a bit of a one-off, you can get together a starting 11, 13, 14 players, touch wood, they stay fit all season, and give it a good go. Like, it is possible, but to be called amongst the elite managers, you do have to do it over time, you know. And Arsenal are in the Europa League, aren't they? They're not in the Champions League. So they've got to do it whilst in the Champions League and stuff as well, to be compared with the likes of Klopp and Pep and things like that.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to compare. I'm just thinking, you know, we've got to keep an eye on these managers like an Eddie Howe and an Arteta in the years to come, because they look like they've got ideas, they've got fresh ideas. And this game of football evolves much quicker than I think we all realise. And they're at their ages. They're big up to them. They're great.
We were saying the same about Potter, though, weren't we, last year? We were saying Potter could take over.
I still put her there. It's just that Chelsea's a fucking madness. I wouldn't, if I was a manager, I wouldn't want to manage Chelsea. They're a weird side, man.
Nah, you could though. Big up to everyone that said big up to
what did you say about
Kevin? Listen, Pat Man's just shaken. Listen, Pat Man's just shaken by the Q&A show last night.
You didn't say what Don Robbie said about Kevin De Bruyne.
Listen, I said that Kevin De Bruyne hits the spaces, and these passes are simple passes. They just look good because people end up finishing them off. So they look good, but they're just passes into space. So we're comparing other passes of the football. I don't know if you finished. Was you on the last bit of that Cav at all? I can't remember if you was.
Wow. Yeah, I said Trent, and then I cut out. So
so what happened was we went and watched the videos in the background.
You got me thinking.
I was like, it's harder to hit a moving target than it is to hit space. So anyone can put the ball into space. It only looks good because he's the only one, and say Trent that's doing it in the Premier League. So he looks like he's above the rest. But in terms of hitting passes to people's feet, it's a lot harder to hit a moving target than it is to pass it into a space. And that's all I said. And Pat Man's obviously upset by that. But I'm not saying he's rubbish. I'm not saying he's rubbish. It's easy to hit space. Do you know what I mean?
Kevin De Bruyne. Look, I saw Don Robbie's thing of it as well when he's saying Kevin De Bruyne is not world class because he doesn't do it in international football. Now, I don't believe that for 1 minute. International football. By the way, my Twitter link is in the chat, guys. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, go for it. Stephen, George, Gerard, God levels. Big up. Savage, I've sent you the link on Twitter, man, if you want to come in. Because for some reason, I can't get you in touch with you on WhatsApp for some reason. But I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, your Twitter DM's got the link in if you want to come in, man. Look, he said Kevin De Bruyne don't do it in international football. The difference is, this is why I always say club football is more elite than international football because De Bruyne is playing with bums. He's playing with slow, fat bums like Eden Hazard and stuff like that. He's not going to get the ball back. He's got Lukaku up front.
Yeah,
or Origi off the bench.
Nah, Jamie,
Gerrard was the
that's
same,
an
man.
excuse, though. That's an excuse.
If
you're a
Gerrard's
world-class player, Jamie, right? If you're a world-class player, shouldn't you not be able to do it no matter who's on your team? You should at least perform.
Was Gerrard world-class?
Yeah, Gerrard performed, though. When did he not perform for England?
He did. I would actually probably say Gerrard performed better for England than De Bruyne did for Belgium.
Man, listen, De Bruyne actually has some good players. Well, when they were in their prime, he had good players around him. So if you're world class, mate, don't matter who's on your team, you should be able to turn up, right? That's all I'm saying. Exactly. So sorry, Pat-Man, if you don't agree with my opinion. He's good at hitting spaces, yeah? That's all he's good at, bro.
Is that Gillian? Would you say? Gillian?
Gillian.
Big greetings, guys, from the Philippines. It's 3 a.m. here. Big up to you.
Big up to you.
Do you know what? That's what I love about this. I'm getting people in the chat now that have come from all over the world, like 4 a.m, watching and stuff. These people are special, man. Big up to you guys. Much love. Yeah, I'm out of it. I can't pick it up. You know what I love about Pat-Man? You know what I love about Pat-Man can take it and give it, and that's what I love about Pat-Man. That's what I love about Pat-Man. There's not a lot of City fans like that. They can't take it and they get really defensive. But Pat-Man's a good man. But Kevin De Bruyne, look, you got me thinking now. When I think of Steve, because I've been saying it for years now, Kevin De Bruyne reminds me of Stevie G. The way he moves, the way he runs. You know the way Kevin De Bruyne runs? Put the way Kevin De Bruyne runs and Gerrard next side by side. It is so similar. Because they surge with power, don't they? They're not like runners. They're surging. They're runners. The way they pass, the way they shoot, tackle, very, very similar footballers. Extremely similar footballers. Are you trying to do that now, Kev? Are you trying to find that now?
No, I was wondering why Diogo is singling me out.
Why Diogo singling you out? What's up? Kev! Oh, poor Kev.
Love to you, Diogo.
What did you do to Diogo, man? What did you do to Diogo?
I don't
Listen, spaces are crazy. Cav must have said something, bro.
Right. Yes, a silhouette. So we've gone almost 47 minutes without mentioning Liverpool Wolves game so far. It's been a joyful 47 minutes, though.
That's another 15 and we'll finish the show. And everyone will be happy.
While we're all talking complete bollocks, Rivaldo was that? Go on, what was it? Rivaldo was just around Stephen Ireland.
Honest to God, it sums up Man City as a club because all their Man City fans, every 5 minutes they mention Stephen Ireland. Every 5 minutes you hear it.
Kevin De Bruyne runs like a woman with high BMI. Do you know who's got the worst run I've ever seen? Steven Seagal. Go watch Steven Seagal run, man. It's the weirdest shit you'll ever see in your life. Trust me, it's weird, man. But yeah, we're going 15 minutes out talking about Liverpool. It's been joyful. It's been beautiful, considering I spoke about it for 3 hours earlier. That was. Why are you two are here? What do you think of all this takeover stuff? Because obviously there's things like this doing the rounds. This clip, this photo of Mo Salah talking to the owner, the chairman of PSG over there. I've said it's.
That's mad.
I was looking at the immediate table first. I was like, what are we looking at?
No, I saw Cal's face. As soon as he clocked, he was like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the background.
Because
I'm looking at the glass, looking at the pan of chocolate. I'm like, what?
I'm looking at what sauce he had with that croissant. What sauce did he have with that croissant? Look at the mess. Look, you can tell he's put his photo really close to his chest to take the photo, and he's gone like that.
Just take it properly, man. I think Salah knows that people will be taking photos of him if he's out.
I've gone to a diner where everyone can see me. I don't It's not like it's under suspicion.
Listen,
I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything.
There's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it either the speculation is with the Qatar thing, he's meeting them because he's probably one of the ambassadors, probably trying to push for it. Or the other way is that's PSG owner. They're probably trying to buy him and convince him to leave Liverpool and come and join us. So, but I think it's the other way around. I think they're probably looking at a player that they're thinking he's a star man coming to the end. Why not get him in? That's what I think.
You know what? And obviously, I did actually see this earlier, and that's what I thought. I think there's a chance that Mo leaves in the summer.
Right. What did I say last season? I said last season, if Mo signs his new contract, he's going the year after. And that's why we gave it to him. So we can get money out of it. Yeah, retain value. We'll get 80, 90 million for him.
Let's face it, if he's going to go anywhere, probably PSG, won't it? I don't know what Messi's going to do at the end of the season, but Mbappe will probably be there. Neymar's getting on a bit now. Messi's probably going to move on somewhere.
Get Mbappe. Salah swap. I'll take that all day.
Could you imagine fucking Henderson hoofing a ball up to Messi? God,
Messi would slap him, bro. Just grab him, like, bro, play the ball on the floor, man. What are you doing?
What I would say though is, if it was to do with a transfer, I think there'd be massive uproar. I mean, we've got like another 4 or 5 months left of the season. He's already fucking meeting with other clubs. Yeah, that would be mental. That would be absolutely mental. That
picture was taken the day after we lost to Brentford 3-1, and it was in London.
I don't know. You can make out anything with that, to be honest.
Yeah, a photo tells 1,000 stories.
If he was also right, if he's going to go meet the PSG owner, why is he wearing the most standout hoodie you've ever seen? And then posting about it? You know what I mean? It's like asking to be caught.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, the rumours are the PSG owner is a big, not a big Liverpool fan, but he follows Liverpool. He admires Liverpool from afar. So he might just wanted to be meeting their best player for a breakfast in London. I mean, it could be absolutely nothing. It could be like, right, secretly, if you look at Liverpool's strikers, they've got Luis Diaz and Gakpo in. Do they need Mo Salah next year? You look at it that way as well. It could be anything. Or it could be that he just went for fucking breakfast with a very wealthy friend. just
add Mbappe. If we're selling him, just add Mbappe. I'll be happy, man. Take Mbappe all day.
I tell you what, I'll take a couple of their midfielders for Salah. Sort out our issue.
So in terms of this, because you wanted to touch on the Qatar
go for it.
Takeover.
What are your thoughts?
Listen, I can't say anything on it yet because it's all hearsay until we get concrete evidence of a deal getting done, or we know for a fact it's going to get done. That's mad. What's the point? What's the point though about talking about it until then? Because at the moment we're going to speculate and then imagine if it doesn't happen.
The reason I spoke about it earlier is because I had a phone call from Fox Sport last night.
Fox.
So yeah, Fox. That's how they actually sounded when they answered. That's how they actually sounded when they called. It was weird. So they emailed me yesterday because they watched the video the other day I did of the one that's tagged Klopp out on, and obviously I did that funny thing about Liverpool's midfield is like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. You know, dead bodies everywhere. Right? Have you not seen it? And then I did the bit obviously about I know what Jurgen's problem is. He needs to get laid, and made that thing out that he just needs to get laid. And apparently they loved it. They absolutely loved it, and they want to interview me on American TV in the next few weeks. So, and then he just talking to me about that, and then he said, "Did you hear about the news today about Qatar buying Liverpool?" I went, "No." He went, "Yeah, it's all over social media. We heard it as well. Thought I'd tell you what I know." And he basically said, like, the Qatari. So it's the company that wants to buy Liverpool are owned by the person that owns PSG. Yeah. Okay. And then that company wants to buy Liverpool. So obviously you can't have an owner that owns 2 clubs in Europe fully, right? So, but it's a loophole because his company, he owns that company, but he's not buying Liverpool. His company is buying Liverpool, right? Apparently he's fed up of him and his company are fed up of PSG and everything going in France at the moment. I think some people have carried that news already about that. and looking to get out. That's why he's looking to stake somewhere else in a club. Now, there could be a thing where it's just investment, that it's just total investment, and it's like, I don't know, a 10% stake in the club, and it's investment what Liverpool been after. And then after time it grows, and he takes more stake and more stake and more stake. And then eventually he's able to sell for PSG and buy Liverpool, and then take over like that. But that's what he was telling me. So I got told that, and I told that's what I told everyone else. So I can only, I'm not saying like this is definitely happening. I just got told this by Fox. But yeah, that's what I got told, and told the world it. So, and then you go on Twitter. There's a lot, for me, there is too much smoke at the moment about it. If you look at all the quotes coming out of Qatar, I think that bloke on Twitter called Qatari, is it? He's the one who put it out there. But he works, I was watching Hassam's channel yesterday, and Hassam knows about more of this than I do because he lives in Jordan. So he's around that part of the world more and knows a lot more than I do about it. I was listening to him last night because he went live at midnight with this news. And he was talking about it, and he said, like, you know, he works very closely. That bloke works very closely with the Qatari government, and you know, the Qatari government. If you like, they own everything, right? And so he's saying, even if it's not the complete 100% truth, there is something to it, because he wouldn't just put it out there, working that closely to the people he works with, if there weren't actually a little bit in there. Yeah, so it's interesting. It is very interesting.
I think there's going to be interest from that side of the world and them kinds of people and organizations. That's a given, you know, because a club like Liverpool doesn't come on the market very often, you know, and we all know why they would want a club like Liverpool. So that much is true. I'm not quite sure what broke last night, to be honest with you. Like, I'm trying to read through, because it kind of went a bit mental on social media and saying, oh, the Qataris are in, they've bought, there's a deal done and this and that. And I'm trying to wade through all of the information and go, what's the source of this information? What sparked it all? And I think I'm right. I think it's just a case of somebody from that part of the world just broke the news that there's been a sort of green light for this organization to try and progress the deal. But I don't really know what we're getting excited about, to be honest. It feels like it's still a way to go in it. There's nothing real concrete.
Loads to go. Yeah, big up. Yeah, you sent me the tweet as well. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Yeah, there obviously is a lot to go for it so far. But what, you know, this Qatari, like, he works very closely to the. He's a sports and that thing out in Qatar, right? So that's his job. But he works apparently very closely to the Qatari government. And Al Jazeera carried a bit of the news as well. And so it's just apparently an initial approach. You know, it's an initial approach. There's obviously some kind of truth in this, or he wouldn't be able to put all this out there. You know, he just wouldn't be able to put anything out there. So there's a little bit of something in there. I think what we're all getting excited about is that, you know, the company that's going to buy us, if it does go through. But I think it's something to definitely keep an eye on. And then Sam Wallace yesterday from the Telegraph said about the something happening with the takeover, and there's going to be a big story on it next month. It's all going to come out, didn't he? And then that night, the bloke from Qatar, who works in the football industry in Qatar and works very closely with the Qatari government, then tweeted what he tweeted. So if you put it all together, there's a little truth there somewhere. Might not be 100% the truth. Yeah, but there's some truth in there somewhere, definitely.
Yeah. It leads you to think that there's conversations happening and that there's good signs of the deal being done. But like you say, long way to go, isn't it? Long way to go. Yeah. So plus 14 Premier League teams have to sign it off. Yeah,
you know,
there is.
And, and this is Liverpool. I've already said. I said it to Jerry earlier when he came on this afternoon. If Qatar took over Liverpool Football Club, it is the biggest buy in footballing history. without a shadow of a doubt, because you can't buy Real Madrid, you can't buy a Bayern Munich because of the way they're owned and run over in that countries.
Yeah.
Liverpool Football Club would be the biggest buyer in football in history. There's no doubt about that. And then 14 Premier League clubs have to sign it off. I mean, they have to have a good reason to sign it off. Not to say you're thingy to it, but yeah, man,
they should always have guidelines in there, because there's no way you're telling me that they're gonna be happy to agree. I know Man City, Chelsea, the top 6 ain't gonna agree with it anyway. So it's just the other teams, and maybe we have to give them some pocket money on the side. Maybe that can squeeze the deal through, because we didn't want the Newcastle one to go through as well, didn't we? I think us as a club.
Yeah, we were the one of the teams that said no to Newcastle.
Oh, they're gonna definitely say no to us.
But then they got
It would be nice to see. It would be nice to see what the guidelines are, what reasoning they can give to be both for and against it. Because if it's purely footballing reasons,
you can't have petty.
If their reason is like, no, because we don't want you to sign top stars because we won't be able to compete with you, well, that's not good enough, because you could do that anyway. Yeah. But if it's more like it becomes,
I mean, Trudon's probably right. Let's face it. Trudon's probably right.
Put it down as pocket money.
How you doing,
trouble is,
I'm all good, man. I'm all good, man. No, I'm all good, man. You guys continue, man. I'm kind of just tuned in. I just got back in, so I'm just tuned into what you guys are saying. Good chat. Hope you guys are blessed.
Good.
There's a theme in this show. There's a Liverpool preview, and we're trying our best to talk about everything.
Talk about Liverpool.
I mean, I've been listening, and I was like, I'm not hearing anything about Liverpool. And, that's even better.
We've had a great hour. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. I love it. You know me, man. Anything to not talk about Liverpool would be fantastic. To be fair.
But what did you make of the story breaking last night, Drew?
I think what you said. There's so many different reports, so I was just I didn't believe any of them, and I was just trying to piece which one's telling the truth, which one is like, where is the truth? I said, you know what, let's just wait, because with something like this, we just got to wait and see what happens. I think I heard you earlier on today, and you was mentioning about, if it was British publication, putting these kind of things out, you probably believe it a little bit more than I would if someone, over there is trying to break something. But just wait and see. Honestly, man, wait and see. It'd be good to get some new owners in. So, yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up. And then, I thought we would have had something kind of moved along by now from when we first heard the news about them trying to sell, and we haven't heard anything. So things went a little bit quiet. Is this FSG publicity? Big up, man. Is this just publicity just to kind of, keep the fans on side, because that would be a smart thing to do at this current moment in time. Someone mentioned it. Mike Ashley used to do that quite a lot. Would always try to keep the fans on side when things got a bit too heated. There's talks, people are interested, blah, blah, blah. Nothing materialized until obviously last season. And that club was up for sale for throughout his whole entire time that he was there. So we just got to wait and see, kind of what happens, man. But hopefully it happens soon. Honestly, hopefully it happens soon.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're all, as Liverpool fans, all just fed up, ain't we? We just want a bit of news to brighten our days, don't we? That's I think that's all it is. But it's mad. People are going over the top now. Someone made this kit on.
Yeah, but do you know what? It won't be standard chartered. That's the thing.
No, that won't be, and it won't be Nike either.
Be like Qatari Airways or something. It won't be standard chartered.
No,
Arsenal got the Fly Emirates. I wouldn't mind something like that. Their kit looks kind of nice. I think we need to jazz up our kit anyway.
We do, man. I can't stand these night kits.
Yeah, they're crap. They're all crap.
That New Balance Premier League winning top, I absolutely.
That's the best. Yeah, it's the best for a long time.
I love that. That I like New Balance. I thought New Balance made some nice kits. That black Hallison kit with the gold writing.
Yeah, that's my favorite kit. That's my favorite top.
That's disgusting. It's beautiful.
Have you seen the LeBron one as well?
What is this?
Yeah, I'll get that. So that is Salah there, and that is the owner of PSG.
Look, we're saying that's Salah, right? All we can see is hair and a hoodie.
No, it's Salah.
No, I saw a closer one still.
Yeah. Is that him talking to PSG because he's going to move there, or?
That's no one knows.
No one knows.
I can see him
love
going there though. That it would make
Makes
sense for him to kind of go there. I can see that.
And this geezer's back doing this.
Oh, seeing this cheered me up earlier.
Same. The little thumbs up as well.
But when's he's doing all of this? But when's he back? This looks cute.
No,
When's he back?
Close. Whatever that means.
Jurgen Klopp told me that Firmino was out for 2 games, so close can mean anything.
Hey, G, man, don't kill the vibe, man. I was proper happy then. I was like, yeah, you know what? I gave him the thumbs up. It was like, yeah,
bro, if you want someone to be standing in training gear inside the gym, I can go to the gym and get my Liverpool training gear on and cheer you up if that's what you need, man. Like, if that's all it takes.
Lucho, bro. Lucho is nearly back, man.
Sorry, said that 8 salary. It's the belly dancing guy.
It could be him too. You know what I mean? There's a lot.
Can you imagine?
Every time Salah has a bad game, you see that pop up. Oh god!
All the time, man. All the time. It's absolutely hilarious. Now Diaz won't play this season. Remember when we saw Virgil doing indoor work and you didn't see him again for 6 months?
Exactly.
I think.
Listen, Liverpool this season, don't get your hopes up for nothing until you see it happen. Then you can start getting excited. Right. When I see him on the team sheet, then I'll believe that he's available. Until then,
don't rush, man. We don't want to rush him back.
When I see him in the tunnel, when I see him in the tunnel coming out for a game, that's when I'll be happy.
No, Jamie. When I see him on the actual pitch, then the game's kicked off. Then I'll believe it. Until then, I've seen Thiago get injured in the warm up and stuff. So you know.
Right, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So this is apparently one of the concepts for the Liverpool and LeBron James football shirt.
Even the tiles are horrible.
It looks like a even the tiles are horrible. It looks like a baseball shirt, don't it?
LeBron, just stick to playing basketball, bro. Like this design work is not for you. It's not for you. You're an excellent basketball player, probably the second greatest ever. Stick to just playing the sport. Don't do design work. It's not really your thing, man.
You know what it is? It's concept, though, G. We gotta give him a blight. You know, he just put it out there to see the feedback. Feedback was obviously mad, so he was like, "Okay, we won't run with this."
But you know what? The feedback is mad here, though. You never know. In America, I have no idea. In America, they might actually like it. Do you know what I mean? Because over there, it might just take, as opposed to here, we're kind of used to something tad bit more simplistic in terms of, the concepts and stuff that we do.
Yeah, but how expensive is that going to be? It's at least going to be £100, isn't it? So you expect it to be half decent. Do you know what I mean? That is what someone would have designed 10 years ago. That's such a dated sort of look.
No, it's Savage in the comments is killing me, bro.
What's he say? I'm just doing.
No, he said LeBron knows nothing about football. He's a compulsive liar.
LeBron's a compulsive liar. No, LeBron's mad, you know. LeBron.
Do you guys want to talk about Liverpool?
No. I'm happy with this, man.
Bro, I had a good weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. There was no Liverpool talk at all. I loved it. Don't kill them. Don't kill the vibe, bro. Don't kill my vibe.
Big up, John. Big up, man. Luke, I sent the links to mate. I sent the links. Go and check. Right, we're gonna have to kill the vibe because we are going to have to talk about it. Yeah. Did everyone see his press conference?
Yeah.
For tomorrow's game.
Yeah. What did we all make of it?
I haven't seen it.
What did we all make of it?
Nothing new, really. Just same old spiel, to be honest. Didn't really reveal anything. I thought it was quite interesting when they asked him about the takeover. He kind of said, I can say something, but not for you, nothing I can tell you. I thought, what do you mean by that? I was like, come on, Klopp, let us into something a bit.
Yeah, and he looked to the left as well. And if you know that means part of his brain is trying to tell the truth, and he's like,
I want to give him something because Klopp genuinely is an honest person. And sometimes we use his honesty against him, because we don't like the excuses when he tells us the pitch was too dry or it was too windy and stuff like that. That's an honest assessment. That is true, but people don't want to hear it.
The air tasted funny. Have you heard
Cat, we just lost. I ain't trying to hear that it's too windy outside or the pitch was too damn dry. All right, I think you don't want to hear it.
Bro.
It's true, though. It's true. So when he's asked that question,
so Cat, when you're playing five-a-side and you lose the match, you're gonna go home and tell the missus or tell your boys, guys, if it wasn't so windy, you would have gotten them today. You're not going to do that. You're going to get pissed off if anyone of you.
I do that.
It was like I didn't tie my legs properly earlier, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what?
But yeah, do you know what? Do you know what frustrated me is that when he was asked about Nunes, he was like, "Oh, he's close," and I was like, "What do you mean he's close? We play tomorrow. Like he's either ready or he isn't."
Firmino's still close as well. He's been saying that for about 3 weeks.
That does annoy me. I'm like, look, if you either he's out or he's in, because if you don't know between now and the next 24 hours, he's out. Do you know what I mean? What are you going to discover in the next 24 hours that means he can play a game? Because if he's not
Probably
fit
the
right
fitness
now,
test, though, isn't it? Probably
he's resting him. He's resting him for El Shitico at the weekend, isn't he? Yeah. That's the one.
How you doing, Luke?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Just done our preview for the game tomorrow with Ricky. Full of optimism he is regarding the talks around the Qatari bid. Obviously, I'm just asking him, like, do you believe in the hype around the social media? And you know what he's like. You know, Ricky's like, he's always full of optimism. He's like, oh yeah, I'm only going to see it when I believe it. But do you know what? It looks we need a bit of encouragement and we need a bit of as I said, optimism. I mean, it's just not been good around the club for the last month or so. And, you know, if it is true, I mean, hopefully it will go through in the next few months, because I don't think it'll be as easy and straightforward. But, you know, obviously, because takeovers can take a while. But, yeah, I mean, I just want to see Liverpool win games of football, man. I'm just obviously looking forward to the game tomorrow to an extent, because I'm hoping we can just turn a bit of form, you know, maybe going into the game on Saturday. It's going to be difficult, but yeah, I mean,
look, don't you think it's a bit of publicity though, that after we got smoked, apparently now we got a bid from Qatar to get the fans a bit happy again?
maybe you could be right though. I think maybe, as you said, like a bit of a publicity stunt. Like, was it? We was talking about.
Hang on. This can't be true.
Yeah, no. I think I put in your comments earlier. I think it was your show earlier. I think they're saying about Arsenal will put a 40 million bid, so we're hoping Chelsea put in the 60 million bid after.
Right, yeah, just
that's the joke. That's the joke. I can't let that roll. No one's taking Naby.
I'd keep Naby, but there you go.
Jay, stop
if
this.
Naby was to leave Liverpool, I guarantee you will not see his injury record the way I guarantee.
No. Naby's a decent footballer, man. I would keep Naby, but I understand why he wants to leave. Because I'd rather him than Milner. That's probably why. If you listen to Klopp's interview earlier as well, I mean, I did the whole press conference. I somehow streamed the whole press conference on my video and got away with it. I don't know how, but Klopp basically saying on there that he's not ruthless and he doesn't want to be ruthless and he wants to keep all these boys. It's just like, fuck it then. Let's just keep them in. It's just mad. It's just.
This is what I say, yeah. If Klopp was to get all this money, this is why I'm like, he's going to have he's not going to know how to use it properly, because what's he going to do? He's going to have to get rid of like all of his favorite players, give or take. How are you getting in a new squad? Like, it's going to be difficult for him to be able to do it.
Signing $400K a week contract.
Bro, I wouldn't even be surprised.
The boys are going to be rolling in it.
Have you seen? Did you see the stats, Jamie, with Naby Keita's contract with Liverpool, with the appearances?
Yeah,
but it's roughly, was it just over $1 million a game?
Game, yeah.
Oh yeah,
mad.
Naby, bro.
It's mad. It's mad.
I need some good money there, bro. $1 million a game.
Yeah, for real.
That's roughly like compared. Like, they obviously judge with the price fee, like the transfer fee and the wages.
They put it all together.
They put it all together. They worked it out. It's like 1.1 million per game. It's cost Liverpool for Naby Keita.
I'll blame Liverpool for Naby anyway.
Look, with Naby, right? And the only reason I said I'd keep Naby because I can't get over the fact that we are letting Naby and Ox go. That almost cost us a combined £100 million for free. That is just it's just madness. This club at the moment, it's just it just does my head in. So if they were going to keep one of them to retain their value, it wouldn't shock me. Do you know what I mean? Because they're probably going to look at it late on and think, well, hang on, shit, I've just done the books. Do you know how much these guys cost? We're going to let for free. It's just like, well, they've been trying to get Naby on a new deal, but he doesn't want to take lower wages, does he?
The thing is, though, that money is gone already. You can give him a new contract and try selling him a year later or 6 months later to try and recoup some, but the money's gone. Like, that's it now. You've paid his wages. You've paid the transfer fee.
I just read the bottom one. I can't read that out. Kevin's trying to kill me. I can't read that bottom line out. Jesus.
I wouldn't cry if Liverpool gave Naby a new contract. Milner. I won't.
We're generating.
Nah,
funds
Cav,
now,
you'd cry. You'd cry.
We're starting to generate funds now, weren't we?
Yeah.
we just sold. Was it Jake Kane to Swindon? So we're starting to generate funds in some areas.
How much are you selling for?
To be fair, I don't know. I just thought Liverpool have allowed him to go on a permanent deal, so it probably peanuts.
It's just like we don't sell youngsters that we. I don't know what's happening to this football club.
Name the last performance James Milner let you down. Name a performance where he gave you less than what you expected from him.
I agree with that.
I expect goals, Cav, and assists. That's what I expect. So he has let me down.
Cav is bang on, right? To me, Cav is bang on. He's right what he's saying, yeah? The problem is, I don't want a 37-year-old staying in our team that takes a space up for a potential new midfielder coming in. This is the problem.
Jay, we've got to sign like 3 people anyway. He is not going
to... No, Cav, the problem is, Klopp said it himself today. He don't want to be ruthless. He doesn't want to let go of players, He said that's not him. He doesn't want to do it. So that's why we can't keep all these players and expect to sign players, because where do you put them? Where do you put them all? We've got to get rid of people. And look, Milner's a great servant as a professional footballer, always. He should leave at the end of this season. Cater, look at it. I'm saying keep him, give him a new contract to retain his cost, but he should leave because he's not playing enough football. Cater and Oxo should have left 2 years ago when they still have value to their name. So we made money out of them. If we're being truthful, we want to be seriously ruthless. They should have gone 2 years ago. So
any other club, they go, man. Like we're keeping some flipping dead wood around it. Any other elite club, these guys would be out of the door quicker than anything.
So we are where we are now is because we've got so many players in one position. I mean, 10 midfielders is mad. It's absolutely mad. But what is that noise?
It's Cav on his chair.
Is it?
Cav, do you mind, please? Jeez.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
I can't hear it.
It's like a sit probably rubbing against the desk or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So we've already got one spot filled in the lineup. Milner, CM, boss in the show.
You know what? If Milner was fit, I'd play him against Wolves.
He is fit.
I think he plays tomorrow. He can't play tomorrow.
Actually, isn't every midfielder fit?
Yeah.
I mean, Cater when he wants to be.
I think we actually have. Sounds like a Dalek. Cat's like, where? It's gone now.
That's not my chair.
It was a minute ago. Honestly, it was. Do you know it was? I bet it might have been banging against your desk where your mic's on. So it might have just been that. It might have been what it was.
Maybe.
Ain't no one making you mod while you're spamming like that, bro. You need to put yourself on a timeout. Who's spamming? Who wants to be a mod? What have I missed?
This has been the randomest show.
Oh, there you go. There's a comment there. Can someone make me mod?
Who is it?
There's a Yabo. Is it? I can't.
Oh yeah, I see it.
What do mods do anyway?
Yeah, that's what I've always wanted to know. What do they do?
So, like, you
protect me from death.
Yeah. I was going to say, Jamie said
I need about 100 of them.
They obviously, like, if you get like the silly comments and stuff like that, they can remove people and time them out and things like that.
So you can make someone actually make someone.
You can block people and time them out and stuff like that. So if your chat is rolling and rolling and rolling, and I'm doing a show and like I've got 175 people in here right now, and the chat is rolling, I can't always get to everything, but the mods will be reading all the comments and they will clean up the chat.
If I was a mod and I seen some Milner hate, I could just be like, "Yeah, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone."
Pretty much.
Jay, make me a mod.
You can't just get rid of people for no reason. No.
Jamie, we'll start a petition. Make Cav a mod.
Yeah, I'll sign that.
I'm on the Milner train.
I'll sign it.
Cav, write something in the live chat right now. Write something in the live chat. Like, I need to sort my microphone out.
I
Same
think
like
also with mods as well. Like you can actually, I think with mods,
I heard that,
you can,
JB, bro.
I think you can
And
put links in there as well, can't you? Like so for people, like other people's channels and things like that. You can do that.
All right.
Cav, your mic is.
It's not.
Cav, someone delivered. Someone hid your message straight away.
How can I be on the stream and on the panel and have less power than people in the chat?
and so he deleted your chat because he's a mod. Oh, that's a bitchy move. Oh man, that's a bitchy move, man. That's a bitchy move.
We need to get rid of Hendo as well.
Oh,
whoa!
Hendo's a new Milner.
What are we saying? Just give him long contract just to have him. All I'm saying is, next season, Jordan Henderson playing the final 30 minutes of every league game. You won't moan at him. You won't be bothered. Bro.
I will be if he's doing them 40-yard passes that are up in the air and going out goal kicks and stuff.
Half the time, who are they going to, bro? Like, I don't even understand. He's like playing passes that he thinks should be happening.
That's just him trying to. No, he's trying to control the ball. That's what it is.
Oh, is that okay? Fair enough.
Guys, you're not getting it. It's everyone else. It's everyone else.
Cav, I've made you a mod, man.
All right. Well, whoever's been chatting about me, right.
You gave Cav way too much power. Way too much.
And God help me. And God help me. I've just made Savage a mod as well.
With great power comes great responsibility, guys.
Savage is gone straight away. I'm getting there first.
The guy that was spamming, he's definitely gone.
Hendo moving like Saul Dyche, Burnley throwback. Jesus.
No, honestly, guys, why are we keeping him though?
Keeping who? I've lost where we are, Ends. Why are we keeping Endo?
Yeah.
Oh man.
How old is Henderson anyway?
32.
30. Well, apparently.
Might as well be 100, bro, by the way he plays.
I don't know, man. He's one of them kind of.
The Hendo shuffle will return. Respect my captain. He just has the vision other players don't have. If he was playing with Gavi and Pedri, he'd be a Ballon d'Or.
He doesn't even want to play with players like that because it would just show him up way too much.
Could you imagine Henderson in that midfield with Pedri and Gavi? Oh my god.
Henderson getting the ball in the half turn and hoofing it, and everyone just looking at him. What the fuck are you doing?
To be fair, I know it's not going to happen next summer, but we saw a glimpse with him with Bellingham in the World Cup. Could you imagine it if Bellingham came to Liverpool next summer and Henderson?
Keep talking, Luke. Keep talking.
Imagine if you telling me Bellingham comes in and takes Hendo's spot.
No, he goes alongside him, doesn't he?
No, he takes his spot.
Henderson and the pivot.
I don't know. I think they would actually play alongside each other. I don't even think he would come in to take his spot.
Do you know how crazy it is? I don't even think Henderson has a left foot. No, because I'm trying to replay all of his passes in my head. Like he doesn't even take the ball on the back foot either.
Hey, what was the last goal he scored?
Fuck knows.
When was the last time he got an assist?
But I know he scored at the World Cup, didn't he, against Senegal?
Yeah.
But for Liverpool, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Was it?
He scored some good goals though.
Yeah,
he scored a volley, didn't he?
The 5 that he scored, Cav, is good, bro.
I know he scored. Against. Did he score against Wolves in the league?
You know what?
A couple of years ago, didn't he?
Yes.
I think he scored a header, didn't he, or something like that? When we beat them, I beat them 2-0. I think Henderson.
I can't remember.
One thing I was going to say is that, like, we need to be looking at English players anyway for next summer. Like, all of these Caicedos and your Enzos. I don't even think that's at the top of our to-do list in terms of signings. Like, we're going to need some more English players if we're letting all of these other ones go. You go.
Yeah, you definitely need to buy English players. There's no doubt about that. We do. Yeah,
that's what makes me think that we're not going in for these players that we think we're going in for. I feel like there's some English players out there that I can see Liverpool signing next summer.
Jacob Ramsey.
He's not even the one I was thinking about. I have a sneaky suspicion.
He won't be homegrown.
There's someone else out there. I'm not even going to say his name, but there's someone else out there. I feel like
should be 20. They're 20 now.
Yeah, they've got to
but
be
he won't,
21 and over, ain't they? 21 and
he
over.
won't be 21 next season.
Someone said
I,
Rice.
I, I'd
Following
like,
season,
I'd
you're
like,
right.
I'd like Declan Rice. You know, I'd like Declan Rice.
I feel like
think
Chelsea.
Declan
I feel like unless Chelsea don't bid for him, he's going there, man. That's the only place he would want to go.
Well, if they're getting Calcedo and they go keep Kante because they go give him a new contract, I don't see the.
But they need midfielders, man. That midfield is
Yeah, they're getting rid
absolutely
of-
dusty
yeah.
as hell, man. They need
They're
to.
getting rid of loads, though, aren't they?
Kante, they're out
There
of
you go.
contract, them two.
Jacob Ramsey is 22 in May, and Aston Villa said they'll accept 18 to 20 million for him.
18 million? Nah, they're not. Nah, that's
I don't even. That's too
He's
low.
better than that. He's way better than
Albert
that.
said Ward Prowse. That's a shout, bro.
Nah, I don't even think he would.
I like him. Man.
I think Will Price is a seriously underrated footballer. It's because of who he plays for. You know, you put him in a better scenario, he'll probably be better. I'll take Will Price now. He walks into our midfield, man.
Yeah, but I'll take Harry Winks now. You know what I mean? I don't think beggars should be pleased at this moment. in time.
I don't know if I go that far, G. But I get what you're saying.
G basically said Harry Winks is the same quality as Ward Prowse did in that statement, bro.
I just see.
But it's like Ward Prowse is like he's all right. Yeah, I mean, I would never sign him. I don't think he's that good.
I'll watch his next game, bro.
Yeah, his free kick. Yeah, 100%. Like if I need a free kick goal, Ward Prowse is the guy that you got to call. If I don't need a free kick goal, you are offering me 0 to the team, so I don't really need it.
Nah,
I just see
Henderson's together, bro.
Cav, I just see Henderson's last goal was in the derby against Everton, the 4-1.
Oh, last season.
When did we beat them 4-1?
Yeah, that was his last Premier League. Yeah, it was the. That was the game where Jota Salah.
December, wasn't it? December last year. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
December the 5th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
it's mad, right?
I know because I watched it whilst on holiday. That's how I know.
We've now gone an hour and a half about really talking about the game. So
is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. So Wolves away, couldn't get the job done at home. Klopp apparently didn't see the result coming against Brighton when all 5 of us did. What do we do, guys? Because we're playing tomorrow night, and then we got Chelsea Saturday at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock? Oh, we're losing that one.
12:30, sorry. 12:30 kickoff? Not that it matters.
Well, we've got enough days, though, to kind of prepare for that one. So I still think we need to go.
Does he go full strength, or does he I don't even know what full strength Liverpool is anymore, to be fair.
So the preview show I did, we kind of mix and match the team, put in players that hasn't played, like Tsimikas, and Ramsey and stuff like that. But knowing Klopp, he's probably going to go full strength. Maybe 1 or 2 he will add. He'll probably add Milner, that Luke's saying, because obviously we're going to need a captain on the field. If he doesn't put Robbo or he doesn't pick Henderson, it will be Milner. In terms of the attacking lineup, we don't know if Nunez is fit because he said he's close. So who plays up front? Maybe Gakpo plays back up front. Who knows, man? But I think we should go full strength. I'd rather win each games as it come instead of looking ahead to the Chelsea game.
Yeah. So why don't we pick the team we'd like to see with the formation and tactics we want to play? And then we'll pick what we think Klopp will pick.
Jamie, is there a way that we can email this over to Klopp as well?
Yeah, I got his personal
if
number.
You got it, then it'd be great.
WhatsApp it.
At least. If you got it, if you get it, that's quicker, isn't it? So.
I just seriously, like I said on our review, I just hope he doesn't play. We all know he's going to do it. I just hope he doesn't play the 4-3-3 anymore.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I've got more chance of winning the lottery than him.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. Obviously, it's the system he's always had to go to for, but I don't know. Be a bit more creative. Be a bit more expansive. Like now, especially if things are not going your way. Like you got the second half of the season to experiment it, and if we go back to the 4-4-2, if we go to the 4-2-3-1, I don't know, but
Cav, you're such a flipping twat. I swear to God.
No, potentially in 2023. Potentially in 2023, we could see Henderson and Milner starting a game for Liverpool tomorrow. So,
right, let's do it. Right, let's pick this team. Hang on, let me get up on the screen. Let's pick up the team.
Good. Let's get it.
Right, let's do this. Right, so what formation we going with?
4-2-3-1. That's my shout.
At the moment, 10-1, I would say.
You know.
So 4-2-3-1.
I don't even know how I want to play yet, so I don't even know what formation I want to see.
Right, let's keep it at 4-3-3 in, and then we can put the players in and then put a formation in. So who are we going in goal tomorrow in this replay?
Kelleher.
But we know it won't be because apparently Klopp said Alisson is his FA Cup goalkeeper.
All right, well, fuck Klopp. We're going our way. We're going to pick our team. This is our team, and then we'll pick Klopp's team, and then we'll see who's would win. Savage says we should just play rush goalie.
Real talk, Savage. I'm on that. I'm fully on playing rush goalie.
It's rush goalie the one whoever's back at the time can go in goal.
Yeah,
just goes in goal. Anybody.
Anyone goes in goal, and then the one you could do as well. Once you've conceded 2 goals and you switch over with someone.
Yeah,
else,
switch over.
Alisson could see his 2, let Gomez go and go after.
Wait, you boys
at the time can go in goal, man. Like just anybody.
have you seen PK's new Kings League? You seen this?
He's got a 7-a-side team, ain't he?
It's basically 7-a-side, right? But you know, from kickoff, the kickoff is like the ball's in the center of the pitch, and both teams charge at it, and whoever gets there first just gets the ball.
That's a good way of injury.
Exactly.
I mean, some of the rules.
You twist your ankle in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I've heard Shakira's been watching that from her prison cell as well. Madness.
Cheeky.
She should pay her taxes. Back 4. Give us a full back,
Ramsey
guys.
on
Left
the
and right back.
Ramsey.
Right back Milner.
Right back Milner. I don't actually if I can put him in because this is like they put it like this, don't they?
Milner doesn't do a bad job.
Milner is there.
Don't put me on it. No.
Look. I'll tell you what, guys. This is how bad Liverpool are right now. They have got Milner in a defensive position on the pitch.
To be fair,
He's probably in every position.
To be fair, Milner could be available in goal as well. Van Dijk's at right back as well.
Yeah,
well, it's defense. This is the defense. Like the whole defense.
No, man, Ramsey,
Milner.
man.
I've got a feeling Milner might play.
He'll play.
I think you know what? I'm gonna go with Milner. I don't see Ramsey playing at all, man. I don't see that.
No, I don't think.
I like that.
I don't think Ramsey's liked. You know, I literally don't think Ramsey's liked.
He got sent off the other day as well.
Can I answer on this question? Do we want to win this game?
No.
No.
Klopp, no. I want us to win a game. I just want to win a game for confidence. Do you know what I mean? But
do you know my approach on this? Because I'm on the other side of Enz's thinking is I'm thinking play a fully rotated side and whoever impresses gets into the team at the weekend.
Yeah, man. Just do something like thank you, Kev. Something like that, man.
All right, let's put Ramsey there. Let's put him there, man. He's a fucking right back.
He's good. Honestly, he's a good player. Like he's so calm. He's so calm on the ball. Okay. Like he's not the sort of guy that would be like overawed by this occasion. Like he'll just go about his business quite well. His red card.
Are you eating your oats right now?
I might be.
Right. Cav answered that like Klopp answered the question about the takeover. Exactly the same way.
Maybe.
Look, Wolves played 4 academy players against us in the first game. Why can't we play Ramsey?
He's in our basement.
Maybe he's just not good enough. I
don't know. Like, didn't he come on? Was it? I can't remember who it was against. And there was a ball that got played into the back post, and he defended it quite well. And I was like, do you know what? We've actually got a right back that can defend at the back post, like with crosses. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, if he's fit, I mean, I'd play him. Why not? This is an opportunity for him.
Luke, Trent's been doing that in his last 5 games, bro. What are we saying?
It's only taken him 5. What?
Hey, we can only go by your last game, bro. That's how we measure a footballer, isn't it? How did you play in your last game?
I was just about to say, yeah, he got sent off. So I don't know. Is he allowed to play this game?
That was
an academy game, wasn't it? So
that was an academy game. It was like under 19s game.
Should be all right.
That's like under 19s. I don't think it goes through.
No, it was the 21s.
I can't.
Yeah, but surely that shouldn't push through to the Premier League games.
I have zero idea. I'm just
hopefully not, bro, because I want to see him play.
I thought it was their under-19s because all I saw was a pitch, Ramsey running through the middle, and 5 full Fiestas around the pitch. So I thought it was an under-19s game, man.
Yeah.
Didn't Jones even play in that game? I was like, Jones is here. Fucking hell.
I've just read that it actually does affect. So.
Oh wow. Well then, James Milner it is then.
All right, Millie. Right back, left back.
I'd go Costas. Yeah, why not?
Simicast. Right. Centre back partnership.
We're losing 7-0.
Centre back partnership. Does Nat Phillips get a game?
Yes.
Phillips and Gomez.
I was going to say that as well.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, we are really we're in the bottom of the barrel. Fucking up.
Canate and Phillips.
Hey, listen, they play for Liverpool. We got to back the boys, man.
I think we got to make sure Matip and Canate don't get injured while Virgil's out. So there could be a thing here that Matip has looked dodgy as fudge lately. He's looked really dodgy. Looks scared of the ball. And we can't just keep wiping out Canate. You just got to play all the time now. You know you've had injuries this season, but fuck it. So does he actually look at it and go, you know what, I'm going Gomez and Phillips?
What about Billy the Kid?
Billy the Kid is not getting in this game. I just saw a comment by you.
Yeah, I just seen that as well.
Luke, I know you got to run, my man.
Yeah, sorry, mate. But thanks for letting me come on, guys. Obviously,
you're always welcome.
Big up, Luke, mate.
Big up, Luke, man. Guys, make sure you head over to Luke's channel, man, please.
Yeah, so tell them where they can find you, man.
Yeah, Jamie, thanks for letting me come on, mate. 1892 Reds TV, guys. We've just done our preview for the Wolves game tomorrow. Yeah, lots more content coming our way, and of course, looking forward to El Shittico at the weekend. So come and join us on Thursday for our preview for El Shittico against Chelsea. So thank you, guys, and obviously take care, and you'll never walk alone.
Big up, man. Big up.
Big up, bro.
I mean, I think Nat Phillips plays this game, you know. I think he plays. I think he plays.
When was the last time he played?
Why not? Nothing else is working. This is a cup replay.
Against Man City?
Nah, the fourth turn. Fourth turn, AC Milan.
Oh, that was like 100 years ago, man. Forget that.
I know, I just needed to bring it up.
I still watch that now and think, how the fuck did he do that?
You know, that was one of the most instinctive things that he's probably ever done in his whole career, man. That was so
he didn't even know how he did it. Mate.
Yeah,
and you can see as soon as he did it and passed it off, if you go back to his face, he's like,
yeah, I just
do.
Yeah,
I love the guy. I love the guy. Guys, let's talk about this. Nat Phillips may be a defender we need every time we've played him. He's been very safe. Look, Carla makes a great point, actually. The thing with Nat Phillips, we are shit from set pieces. What's Nat Phillips' strong point? Headering anything. Maybe it's just like, fuck it, put him in. Yeah, we know he hasn't got an all-round game that Klopp wants in a centre-back. But if Nat Phillips plays, that tells me we're not going to play as high up the pitch. By the way, Joe, I do think Cav will be a superb mod for the channel.
Do you know what? Do you know what the thing is, though? Right.
I ain't seen a bad Phillips game.
Our so-called high line, right, isn't. In moments it's too high and we get caught out, and in moments it's too deep, isn't it? So fucking scrap it and play people that can actually defend. And Nat Phillips is one of them people. Yeah, I totally agree with that chat you just brought up. He's not the fastest guy in the world. But I was watching Enzi's stream earlier, and Savage made a great point. It was like, Gomez has pace, but when has he used it recently? Never. It's only a good asset if you actually have to use it. I'd rather the guy just defended first and foremost. And that's what Nat gives you. No, there's no if, buts, or maybe. If that ball's in the 18-yard box, this guy's putting his head on it, is hoofing it. I don't care, but it's defended either way. And that's what we need. We need to go back to basics and just fucking defend if you're a defender.
Kev, just a quick one, Kev. Could you have used a different way to describe it instead of using throwing Joey under the bus first and then? No, just ask him, bro. If there was another way.
Do you know what, Enz? Absolute fair play to you for backing Gomez still, because this guy has
been
the
shit.
ability,
He
but
has been
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Someone has to look
performances.
after the players, man. I'll take that role.
You can have him.
that sounded really harsh.
Did you know what I mean? It was like, you can have it. Well, you take it. I don't want it.
I don't want him no more. You can have it. I'm done with it. That's just mad. I love Gav. So if Phillips is going to play, do we play Gomez next to him or do we go with Konate? Got to think of a
play
good
Gomez.
partnership.
Play Gomez and then rest Joel and Konate.
Right.
Because obviously we're going in there not thinking we want to win the game anyway, so might as well just rest the two main centre backs and then play them against Chelsea.
That is the stinkiest back four I've ever seen.
Right, listen, if 7-0 happens, you guys called for this. Nelly at right back.
Oh God. Midfield. Everyone's fit apart from Arthur Melo, but he don't really count.
Starts.
What in midfield?
What, CM?
No, I'm sorry. No, Naby, sorry. My bad.
Naby don't start this game. I need to know why, man. Seriously.
No, he has to start.
Yeah, I think so.
So Naby starts. Who partners him? Because
I'm
done with.
Badgeted.
I'm done with Fabinho. I'm done with him. I don't want Fabinho in next season.
Bro, this team looks so.
It is going to end up. It's going to end up mad. We might need to just review it at the end. But I'm with Jay.
Yeah.
Besetic.
I'm with you.
Give him a chance. Right, he's done fine when he's come on.
Where is he? Stefan Iniesta.
There he is.
And then Thiago next to him because I don't
know.
Carvalho.
Yeah, I was actually thinking Carvalho as well. You know, Carvalho or Jones, one of the two.
Yeah, bro.
Right, we're
He
going
needs
to
to be the 10. Or
guys in the chat. Don't worry, we'll catch.
Jesus Christ.
The front three.
Hey, boys.
Jones on the left.
Name me one player there that's getting close to Adama Traore. Or is even remotely getting close to the ball.
Simicast is going to get cooked, bro.
But you know what I'm thinking? It's just I'm thinking you've got, like, as you said, in the middle of their team, you've got obviously players like Neves, Nunes, Fabinho, Hendo, Thiago. They can't get near these guys. So Thiago has to be the guy. Not Thiago, sorry. Keita's definitely got to be in there. Like, in my opinion, I feel like he can get closer to these guys than Fabinho or Hendo. Then you've got Carvalho. Yeah, I put him in the 10. Badgetic, Besetic, whatever his name is. Yeah, I put him in there as well. Why not, man? Why not? Listen, our best team drew 2-2, so we ain't in no position to even worry about players right now.
Yeah, against their B team, by the way.
Against their B team, man. Who knows if our B team might just beat their A team?
Yeah,
so we're going to go like 4-2, like double pivot, Keita and Bakatic, yeah? Carvalho in the 10 where he should be. Right, who plays on the left and right and who plays up top?
Curtis Jones on the left. That's my shout.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. That's fine, yeah.
Where you going?
He's a midfielder, isn't he?
Midfielder, isn't it?
Fuck's sake.
Oh, do you have to actually put him in midfield? And
Change the formation at the top there, and then we'll go from there.
Right, hang on. 4-2-3-1. Where is 4-2-3-1? Yeah.
Oh, right. We've got an issue up front when we get there, haven't we? Jesus. You know what's upsetting? Is
Besetic, and then Naby next to him. And then Carvalho
should be there now. Why is Curtis Jones not in the team at all?
Not here. No, he was there earlier.
They ignore his existence.
He was there. Yeah, he was there.
Right, where is he? Can you see him? Is
Jay,
that him there?
All you have to do now, Jay.
Is that Curtis Jones?
Oh no, that's mad.
Is that Curtis Jones?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Can you type him in?
He's not even available for an online frigging draft. This frigging team, man, honestly.
Right, forget. Right, hang on. What about if we do? Hang on, Clark, Carvalho.
How have you got Dope, but you don't have Jones? Like that.
What if we do? What if we do this? Hang on.
Gapo. Oh, you got Salah. Okay.
And then
Cavalier.
well, we do that.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm not against that. Not against that at
Yeah,
all.
I'm not against that. Yeah, I got to admit.
Salah up top. Look, Salah wants to be the fucking number 9. Let him be the number 9. Do you know what I mean? Let
Do you know,
I've been saying this for ages. He cares about goals, and that's all he cares about. That's why he doesn't play well on the right wing now. Just put him through the middle. Fuck it.
Do you know what? I would start Harvey Elliott instead of Doak as well.
Do you know what? That's a good shout. That might be the one.
Nah, Harvey Elliott over Doak. Doak has to be ahead of that guy. 100%.
No. So here's my thinking.
It's more his position, ain't it? Harvey?
Yeah, it's his position, and not only that, he's going to play with Cavalier. He's going to, and then Besetic is on the pitch. So when you have those youngsters on, Harvey plays better when he plays with the younger boys. When he plays with the first team, they're not.
What you mean? You mean people that are mobile? Moving out.
And plus, play him in his natural position instead of this number 8 role.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. And you got Doak as a sub, as an impact. Like, who would you rather have as an impact sub, Elliott or Doak?
Yeah, that's true.
Doak.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
I'd rather
Hey,
neither.
the chat one, Doak.
Yeah, the chat one.
Neither is the real Rue.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I don't want to be rude or nothing, but neither is, to be honest.
It's only what we think, guys. We know Klopp ain't playing none of these guys anyway. So
No, this is our team, guys. This is our team. We'll get to the real team in a minute.
Yeah, I'm seeing man say, nah, no ends. We're playing with no Elliott. I'm like, okay, cool, bro.
Right, if that team turned up against Wolves, I don't know if Wolves will go full strength either, because they got a big league games coming up. So
that team has energy though. That's the thing.
Has a lot of energy.
And we like joking about this side, but generally speaking, right, that team would probably do as well as the first team right now. So why not give these guys a chance?
Right, I'm going to take them all off now, and we're going to go to Klopp's. What we think Klopp's going to pick. So that's our team, yeah, for Wolves, right? Let's go to Klopp's team, right? All right, let's just take. Let's put everyone in who's boot. Just do it. Right, this is what Klopp's going to pick. We all agree?
Trent.
I don't think he's going to go with Konate and Matip, though.
Robbo.
Who do you think he'd go with? Who do you think?
I think Matip drops out.
Yeah, I think Matip will drop out.
Gomez?
Yeah.
Who's more? Who do you think is more vital, that Ibu or Matip? Because he'll rest the one he thinks is more vital.
Ibu.
I think
Ibu.
Ibu to us, Matip to Klopp.
Okay. Cool.
But then he's also got to remember Wolves are very pacey, and he needs someone to be able to deal with Adama Traore. So Konate will have to start that game if Adama Traore.
When he can, bro, he's rapid as well. So we need them. So Joey and Konate.
Yeah.
Is anyone worried about Alisson's form lately?
No, his form's been fine, bro.
Been a bit dodgy.
I hear what you're saying, Jamie. No, I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Is it? Because look, let's face it, Alisson was the last hope we had in his team. Do you think he's just feeling the effects now that he's getting bombarded every second? And it's not his
silly
fault.
passes and stuff like that.
The team's just letting Alisson down. That's how I feel.
Listen,
he made one mistake.
As many shots at him.
I thought he made 2 mistakes in the last game against Brighton. I thought both he could have saved a couple of them, and then the penalty as well. It's very unlike him.
Yeah,
no, because the guy stepped on him. He didn't foul him. We saw in the replay.
But did you not hear what they said after the game? VAR weren't going to turn it off if it weren't offside. It was going to still be a penalty.
How? When the guy stepped on him, he moved out the way. That's a madness.
It was still going to be a penalty.
That's as bad as remember when who was it that tripped over Trent?
When he's on the
head.
No, Trent was on the floor. Trent got kicked. Trent got a ball in the gut or something, didn't he? Or in the head, and he went down on his knees, didn't he? Because he knocked him out a bit.
He was just sat down, and the guy just ran over him.
And the player just ran over him. He actually kneed Trent in the head, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And fell over, and he got a penalty. It was just mad.
I think Keita will stay in this team.
Yeah, Keita will start.
Yeah. Let's go with that defense then. Midfield, what were we saying?
I don't think he's gonna go that strong though. Like that's it. Like I don't see Trent and Robert. I don't see them both playing like that. I really don't see them both playing.
I think Trent will play. Right.
We've got to remember he can sub man out as well.
Klopp's got his whole midfield available. Klopp's got his whole midfield available. So let's remember this, yeah. He's got his whole midfield available, right? Let's just keep.
If you see Henderson and
keep
Fab
this
on the
in
bench,
mind. Keep this in mind. He's got his whole midfield available, yeah.
I can't even look at that.
He's got his whole midfield available.
What if we just start Henderson and these guys in this game and then drop them for the Chelsea game?
This is what I'm saying. Like you got to remember, we've just come off the back of 2 defeats or 2 out of in the last 3 games. The performances have been shit. He's also got to remember we got a game on Saturday at 12, like against a team who are going to be absolutely up for it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I can't see him going crazy strong. If he does, then he's a lunatic. But because the form thing, confidence, you're not going to gain it off one game. Like it's just not going to happen. Like the team needed to have been playing well for like a period of time, and doing it in the FA Cup 3rd round replay. Where are you gaining this confidence from? I don't see.
Albert said Melo will play.
that would be interesting.
I wish if we had a real, this would be my team. I'd just have 3 Darwins up front.
By
the way, we miss Darwin Núñez when he don't play. I'm just saying, he's our most important player right now. It's mad. It's absolutely.
Yeah, it would have been 3-1 at least.
There you go.
Gee.
It's mad though how it's worked out that he's our most important player right now. So that's what they're about.
I don't want to see Salah's face on the right.
Darwin's not available, so I'm going to go Carvalho on the left. You know.
Honestly, I don't want to see Salah's face on that right hand side anymore.
He might play something like that, you know.
I think he does need to. Maybe he does need to. Yeah, I think. Yeah, what Jamie said there, like, but he does need to drop Salah for. You can't keep playing someone into form. Like it doesn't. He does it all the time with Salah, and Salah's my favorite player, like of this team, but. You cannot play someone into form all the time. Like you've got to drop him at least once, man. Like he's got to know that his place isn't just yep, I can play shit for 5 games and I'm just in. Like Doak's around, Harvey Elliott can play there.
Well,
like,
did you hear what he said about Salah though? He said Salah's always fit and available. If that's the case, he basically plays.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like that kind of mentality, man. It just kills you all. Like eventually, it will kill you because.
Most playing.
I get that he's always available, but what I'm trying to say is why not try him in a different position instead of trying to keep. He's not offering us nothing there. I would even.
He shouldn't be in the team half the time though.
Mo, look, I don't think Gakpo can play through the middle. I watched the game. I just don't know if he can play through. I don't know if he has the attributes. He's not as quick as I thought.
Listen, I said this, but and people told me that now he could play there.
I'd rather Gakpo play on the right, Mo play in the middle, and Carvalho play on the left. I'd rather that because when I look at Mo now, he's just about goals. He wants output. Like we were talking about this the other day. He doesn't actually care if he touches the ball 20 times in a match. He does, but if he's got 2 goals, Mo thinks he's done his job. And that's like a number 9. That's a centre forward, you know. And
it is, but you got to remember his positional play. Like he's not good through the middle as he is on the right hand side.
But we've got no one else right now. This is the problem.
I think in the way this team's playing at the minute, he's better up front than out wide. But in a normal functioning Liverpool team,
you'd have him that
is
wide.
better on the right. Yeah.
So we've got to think of. So we're sitting here, like Cav just said that beautifully, and we're sitting here saying like we're adapting to the players we got. Something we're asking our manager to do. So why can we talk about it like this and not the team? It's mad.
I'm sure that they do. I think they do, and then they go, do you know what? Nah, because if we try and do something different and we don't win, they're going to moan at us even more. So we're better off just playing what we know and then hope to get the win. Honestly, that's what they probably do. They probably discuss
the game lately. When was last time Elliott started the game? He's been coming on sub rate lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's not started in the past few, has he? Yeah.
I'm just wondering if Elliott starts this game. If Elliott starts
on
this
the
game.
left.
Oh wait, no, did he start Brentford? I was trying to think.
Elliott on the right, Carvalho on the left.
Yeah, he started Brentford.
You know this I swear, like I was having such a good weekend. Like Liverpool are just so boring. Like they are just so boring. Like the football is so boring even looking at this lineup, I'm like, this lineup is even so boring. Like, there just needs to be something different, just to even. I think even that might even rejuvenate the players a little bit. Like, you never know, just something a little bit different, something they've got to get a little bit used to. When you're used to the same thing and it's not working, it's like going to the gym and not seeing any results. It's going to demoralize you after a period of time. You're going to need to change up your routine at some point, just for the sake of that, you don't get, bored of doing that all the time. And I think that's something that we need to, do you know what I mean, just potentially do.
Steroids stop the boredom, G. Steroids.
Guys, do not take steroids. Don't listen to Jamie.
No, guys, my thinking is we need to put a lot more of the young players in the team, man.
I agree, man.
Yeah, anything.
I want to see some pace, some movement, people not needing to have a 5-minute kip after they've run 10 yards. That's what I want to see. With ends.
The younger players, the connection they have, they play football at such a higher speed than what the senior players do. They need to play together. That's why I'm thinking if we play like Bajcetic, Carvalho, Elliott, these guys will move the ball really quickly in sharp, tight spaces because they're so used to doing that. In the academy level under 23s. So why not just play them?
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
Why not go out just giving it a go? You know what I mean? All right, rather than just playing the same style of football and expecting to lose. At least if he rolls out a young lineup tomorrow, you're like, okay, let's see what they can do. If we lose, at least we walk away from the game going, oh, it's good to see him though. Oh, he's shown us this. There's glimmer of hope in him, and this and that. And then might be a standout player that puts themselves in contention for the weekend.
By the way, no one's noticed that I put Ox in midfield.
No, I did see, bro. I didn't say anything.
I'd play him there. It's his position. I'd play Ox there. Why not?
Maybe
we'll get a shot on target at least.
Let me talk about Gakpo a minute. Right. Is Gakpo going to literally play this game and then Chelsea game? That'd be 4 games in a row straight away, coming into a new side.
He might learn on the job. He might be that kind of guy. He will learn in different ways. Maybe he's that type of player.
Well, the problem is,
what do you guys think of Gakpo?
What's he learning?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. What do you think of him? What you've seen?
I like Gakpo. I can't rate this man till he's in a better team. I can't. It's hard to rate him till he's.
But at the same time, because I don't want to do that because then it's like, what if the team never gets good? So they were just going to never ever like. I want to know in the first 2 games that you've seen him, what has he done to like? What have you seen from him that anyone's like, oh yeah, this is great? Yeah, you know what I mean? Or he does that really well.
His hold-up plays, dude.
He's not anything.
No. Okay, let me put it.
The problem is, he's a winger. He's a winger. He doesn't look like he can play through the middle to me with his attributes. And the problem is, he's a winger. We got Luis Diaz when he comes back, who's naturally left wing, right? He's naturally left wing. Darwin Núñez plays really well at left wing as well at times. So is Gakpo? I don't know. I don't.
Like he doesn't look like a player who, if all the front 6 are fit, he's not in my team. No way. Like from what I've seen of him, but that's not fashion at all. By the way, I don't think he's rubbish.
No.
Like
okay, when we watch the game, guys, especially the first 2 games, the first one he did look a bit better. The second one he was left out there to dry, because none of the midfield even got close to him to help him in terms of the pressing. Salah was non-existent, so I don't think it's fair to judge him just yet.
But you got to remember, this is what I was saying before. Like we keep obviously banging on about midfield pressing, and I 100% agree. The front, he's not pressing. Salah's not pressing. Núñez is not pressing. None of these guys are doing their job anyway. Yeah. So we can't expect them.
No, but he's only come in for the last 2 games. He's obviously still going to have to learn how we play and how we press. Even though it's been non-existent all season, but he's come into a team that none of them are doing that anyway. And then in the Brighton game, there was a couple of times he made some good movement and no one passed him. Like Salah turned backwards when he could have threaded him through in the game. And he would have been clean through. And I backed this kid 1-on-1 to go and finish that off. So I think it's just a bit unfair at the moment to kind of judge him when no one's really getting involved in the game. Because in the
I didn't want to seem like I'm criticizing. Like I'm not criticizing. I think he's a decent
what you're saying.
To have. But you know what I mean? It's like I'm not seeing anything that's making me think yeah, that's why you signed him. Like, kind of like even to be honest, I'd even expect to see it in your first game, really and true. Just something that tells me this is what you're about. That kind of thing where, oh, okay, he does this. What, like we saw Ben Doak play his very first game, straight off the back, you saw what this guy was about. And this is a 17-year-old, academy product. Not to say he's going to be great, he's going to be good. Who cares? We just saw what type of player he was. Gakpo, I'm not seeing anything.
Do you know what it is? The reason why you did see some stuff is because one, Gakpo comes with a reputation that Doak doesn't. So they will probably look, he's a young academy player. Whatever, we don't really care what he's about to do. So then when he does something, we're like, oh wow. But when it's Gakpo, they're like, no, we've seen how well this guy does. If he cuts inside and shoots, probably end up in the goal. So we'll make sure we keep an eye on him. That's kind of the difference in it. So.
And Doak's come on as a sub for the last 5 minutes, and his instruction is go out there and do what you want, kid. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Gakpo's starting and he's got, look, you've got to be here from set plays, you've got to be here from in the game, you've got to make this kind of movement, you've got to learn your players around you, this and that. So he's already going in with instruction. He can't just go out there and do whatever he wants because that's not going to work for the team. So it is slightly
start.
Yeah, exactly. So he's probably he probably wants to go out there, get on the ball more, make things happen more, but he's got to do what the manager asks him, And unfortunately, that last Brighton game, the ball couldn't even get to him. So what was he meant to do? He's not going to start coming deep and wandering into areas to get the ball because he's just joined a new club and the manager's not asked him to do that. Do you know what I mean? He'll probably be out of the team if he started going against the instruction. So whereas I'm like, and I say this about Salah, like if you're not getting the ball, you're not getting service, drop deep, get a touch, lay it off.
But then that might go against the instructions.
Yeah, but I feel like when you're Salah, you've been here for years, you've proved your worth, you kind of see why he would do that. But then in the other hand, I could see why Gakpo wouldn't do that because he's new to the team and he don't want to come across like this rogue player that does whatever he wants. So I think it's hard and we just need to see. I think tomorrow's game actually will be a good, if he plays and he starts, it will be a good way of seeing how he's going to get on because there's surely got to be a bounce back from the team after Brighton, and it's a cup game. I just think we'll probably see one of his better performances. I would expect tomorrow, to be honest, from what we've seen already.
I think. Listen, guys are chat. Like, I like Gakpo. I think he's okay. Like he's an okay kind of player, and nothing special about him. But I think when I see players like him. And as En said, he comes with a reputation. So it's almost like, not to say, you must uphold that in day one. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying when you watch players, even in their first game, should I say, there's always something you see about them to even just say, so this is what he kind of brings. Like we saw with Molineux, his first game, like against Fulham, you just saw what they are about as an individual. Whatever they do after that is whatever they do. With Gakpo, yes, he's coming into a team that's obviously not performing well and et cetera, et cetera. I get that. And that's going to play a part. But there isn't anything I'm seeing from him that makes me think, okay. But again, that might just come with form. Maybe in the next 5 games, he just, starts blitzing, goals left, right, center. As En said, he likes to cut in. Maybe he starts doing more. I don't know. But there's, at the moment, I've seen these last 2 games and we can use the excuse of, the midfield didn't do this and didn't do that, but you're not doing your job anyway. So let's worry about what you're supposed to do first. And then we can worry about midfield and what they're not doing kind of thing. Because I think the midfield thing as well, we're using that too much as like an excuse kind of thing when we're not even looking at these strikers are not doing their job and they're leaving the midfield to dry more than anybody else at the moment.
Exactly. Cool. And look, that's what I've been saying about Salah. Salah,
he's a big
Salah doesn't come back and cut out the passing lanes like he used to anymore in front of the tread, right? Because Salah wants to get goals. That's what he's interested in. Darwin Núñez wants to run in behind, so he plays off the shoulder of people. And then you've got Ox on the left. I mean, there's no pressing from the front anymore. And when you don't press from the front, the midfield can't press. So the midfield can't press, and you've got a high line. And you're just getting exposed time and time again. It starts from the front of the pitch. And I think that's why Klopp says in his press conferences sometimes when he's saying it's not always about the midfield. That's the issue. Yeah. I think he is making light of the whole team's not doing what I'm doing. I mean, after the game against Brighton, he really went at the team, didn't he? He said the players are not listening to me. They're not doing what I asked them to do today. And that's a worry for me as well, because if they're not listening to him anymore, what's happening now?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, I made this point a few weeks ago. Like, we are all concentrating on the midfield, and it is the biggest problem in our side. But you're dead right. We're overlooking the importance that the front three have in defending. You know, and like Mane is a big loss. I know he didn't play well for portions of his final season, but it's the stuff that you don't quite see when you're watching the games, or it doesn't draw your eye to. It's his positioning in the press. It's his pace in the press. It's him reading the guy on the ball sort of body language to know whether to press him from behind or the side, to sprint at him and things like it. Was front three worked in such tandem when they were doing the press that quite often the midfield were just sort of supplementing it. Whereas now there's nothing from the forward line, and you can't blame them, because other than Salah, they're all new. Like, it's going to take time for him to learn. And Nunes don't even speak the language, so how is he meant to pick it up? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to take time to get him back to that level. So
I think with the front players, though, I think he needs to bin them doing that, though, because when I saw Mane, Salah, Firmino's like first season, I know they all came in different seasons, but in all of their kind of first seasons under Klopp, they all kind of understood the assignment from minute one. To be honest, they understood exactly what Klopp wanted to do, but that's because that's what they were like. Do you know what I mean? As players, I don't think Nunes, Gakpo, I don't think they're players who necessarily want to do that much pressing. They're more players who, let's give them the ball. Let's get them running. Obviously, Nunes, let's get him running at the back line and stuff. Not to say they can't do it, but they're not players who look to do that first. As Cav just said there, like Mane, like, you're right. I'm just thinking about it now. I remember a goal that we scored, and it's like he bent his run and then ran from the side to kind of stop the defender passing that way. So then Firmino could then come in the middle to stop that pass. And then Salah come, like, yes, they worked in tandem and stuff like that. But these guys, I don't see that's their game. Their game is literally just going the other way. And I just think that maybe Klopp's got to kind of bin the way that we press and stuff like that. I don't know how he does that, to be honest, but just change it up.
That comment there, do Liverpool miss Bobby?
That's shameful.
Yeah, we do,
because he's that link between attack and midfield, and it always has been, ain't he? And I said it. Look at the 2 games before the World Cup. Darwin on the left, Bobby through the middle, Mo through the right. We look far better of a team. And Mo had a lot more freedom because what Bobby does. Darwin had a lot more freedom because what Bobby does. It's mad that, in reality, Bobby is still the system.
Yeah. Like, the thing is as well, like, even in the defending point of view, like, if the opposition sort of defender brought the ball out, how many times would you see, like, the midfield engage? But it weren't the midfield that won the ball. It was Bobby behind. And they would press from both angles, from front and back. And Bobby would kind of be a second man in the press all the time. And often he would win it back, turn, give it Salah and Mane. It doesn't happen now. You wonder why there's so much space that in the midfield that, you know, our midfielders press gets completely bypassed. It's because we're not pressing from angles. We're not pressing in numbers. But Bobby was key to that. And then in attack, he was a magician, weren't he? One of my sort of long-term fears is that when we get Diaz and Jota back and Nunes back, that we won't quite be the same, because we needed a player like Bobby. We needed a facilitator. That is one of my concerns. I think they're all brilliant players in their own right, but to be a team, I've got a little bit of a concern that, we needed to replace somebody of the Firmino ilk in that sort of false 9 position.
Do you know what it is, Kev? I think you're right, and I think the reason why is because we need an attacking midfielder. So if we go and get an actual creative midfielder that can assist and score goals, it will fix the Bobby situation, and then it will unlock people like the Diaz's, unlock Nunes and stuff like that going forward. So they don't have to work as hard in terms of trying to create chances. They'll just be on the end of stuff.
I agree. Yeah.
But we don't play with another. We never ever have.
We should.
We should now, because we're transitioning from the false 9 situation. If we're losing, obviously we're going to lose Bobby at some point, and we're transitioning from the original false 9. We're now going with an actual number 9. We have to then get an attacking midfielder or a creative midfielder, whatever way you want to put it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then that will just
Like
unlock the whole
Odegaard.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, like an Odegaard, something like that.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
Just one of the best players in the world. Yeah, let's try and find one of those.
we have got to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much, everyone, joining us. Before we go, scoreline, guys. Scoreline, G.
2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves, you know. Ends.
If we play the young Bucks, I'm going 3-1 win. Yeah, 3-1 win if we play the Young Bucks.
3-1 win. Cav?
2-0 win, Liverpool.
2-0. I don't know why, but I think we're going to win tomorrow.
I feel like we will. I actually genuinely feel like we will.
I have no idea. I don't know what. There's no confidence here, by the way. I don't know what it is. I just have this weird feeling that we're going to win tomorrow, and Wolves should have beat us. Wolves should have beat us, and I think we're going to get away with it, and we're going to win the replay. And it's going to be a tight game, though. It's going to be a tight game. But it depends on the team. You know, look, there's no excuses, really. Klopp wants these midfielders, yeah? The whole midfield is fit. Can't win the game.
Yeah. Do something.
It's no excuse. It's no excuse.
I would love to give someone over a 7 at least on the player rating show.
Yeah, that's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. Give a 7 to somebody.
Yeah,
look, if we lost tomorrow, but I literally saw Klopp change things and tried something new out, I'd still applaud him for that because he hasn't been doing it lately. So if we lost tomorrow in a really good game of football, but I saw him literally went, I don't know, 3 at the back, went compact in the midfield, tried something out of the blue, I'd be like, all right, he tried something. That's all I'm asking for. The team's just shit, right? It's just like, but if it's 4-3-3 and we get piped, then then he isn't learning his lessons, is he? Simple as that.
Wait, a quick one, Jamie. Are you free to do the quiz? Jump on my show.
What time's your quiz?
8:45.
I'll ask the wife because she is.
And G, you're obviously welcome as well. Because
I'm gonna be
Cam is the
streaming
reigning champion
this
at the moment, and I need some good people that's gonna,
Twice.
Let me ask the wife.
Because I can't afford to let him win again.
3 times in a row, baby.
Right, guys, we are out of here till tomorrow. I'll be back at 12:30 tomorrow, guys. Doing a Klopp's press conference reaction. Go get all the clips up, react to it. Gee, if anyone's free for that, you're more than welcome. It's 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. So, we're going to be reacting to that. And I'll see you then, guys.
Cool.
See you later.
See you